gratitude and appreciation to the ministry, youth and student leaders, former youth and student leaders, student-based group, county-level youth groups, member organization of the Federation of Library Youth, county coordinators, to work in the spirit of cooperation, collaboration, to ensure that the transition that is with the mandate of the Constitution is executed. While we call for the spirit of cooperation, collaboration, with all of us as young people, we at the same time want to remind the outgoing leadership and former leaders of the Federation, particularly to the Benenka leadership that has just ended, to refrain from any attempt that will discredit, undermine the sacrifices that made by leaders of the past to get the Federation to where it is. We also like to inform you that we've had consultation, we've engaged. We would like to announce to you that we will certainly be announcing a technical working group to help drive the transition. We also like to inform you in an effort to ensuring that everyone is on board, the process of a peaceful and a supportive dialogue will resume or has resumed. I'd like to inform you that immediately after my appointment, I reached out to the former President Mohamed Nasser, who has given me his word that he will do everything he can to supporting this effort. I will also be making effort to holding consultation with all sides to ensuring that the young people win in this effort. And I'd like to inform you that that effort has begun. We will promote dialogue, we will promote inclusive participation, and we will promote a fair process. In the spirit of respect, unity, and understanding, I can assure you that we'll conduct a free, fair, and transparent and participatory election. I'd like to emphasize again, as head of the interim team, I pledge my commitment to a participatory process, free, fair, transparent, that will include the county coordinators, member organizations.
This government will be, I'm not saying maybe, will be the first government to take quota from Monrovia to Harper. Think about it. This government will be, I'm not saying maybe, will be the first government to take quota from Monrovia to Harper. Think about it. This government will be, I'm not saying maybe, will be the first government to take quota from Monrovia to Harper. Think about it. This government will be, I'm not saying maybe, will be the first government to take quota from Monrovia to Harper. Think about it. This government will be, I'm not saying maybe, will be the first government to take quota from Monrovia to Harper. Think about it. This government will be, I'm not saying maybe, will be the first government to take quota from Monrovia to Harper. Think about it. This government will be, I'm not saying maybe, will be the first government to take quota from Monrovia to Harper. Think about it. This government will be, I'm not saying maybe, will be the first government to take quota from Monrovia to Harper. Think about it. This government will be, I'm not saying maybe, will be the first government to take quota from Monrovia to happen. Think about it. This government will be, I'm not saying maybe, will be the first government to take quota from Monrovia to happen. Think about it. This government will be, I'm not saying maybe, will be the first government to take quota from Monrovia to happen. Think about it. This government will be, I'm not saying maybe, will be the first government to take quota from Monrovia to happen. Think about it. This government will be, I'm not saying maybe, will be the first government to take quota from Monrovia to happen. Think about it. This government will be, I'm not saying maybe, will be the first government to take quota from Monrovia to happen. Think about it. This government will be, I'm not saying maybe, will be the first government to take quota from Monrovia to happen. Think about it. This government will be, I'm not saying maybe, will be the first government to take quota from Monrovia to happen. Think about it.
And the young people in general. As outlined by the Constitution and the mandate of the Ministry of Youth and Sports, I'd like to assure you that we will not, and again I emphasize.
If I look at my history, when I was in Muslim Congress, that made God love me. I became Ballon d'Or. So everything that we do in our life is to praise God, to praise Allah. For the little thing we say thank you. And that's why we are here. If I look at my history, when I was in Muslim Congress, that made God love me. I became Ballon d'Or. So everything that we do in our life is to praise God, to praise Allah. For the little thing we say thank you. And that's why we are here. If I look at my history, when I was in Muslim Congress, that made God love me. I became Ballon d'Or. So everything that we do in our life is to praise God, to praise Allah. For the little thing we say thank you. And that's why we are here. If I look at my history, when I was in Muslim Congress, that made God love me. I became.
This government will be, I'm not saying maybe, will be the first government to take quota from Monrovia to happen.
Power to operate within the Constitution and the mandate given to us by the Ministry of Youth and Sports. The timeline, as in the communication by the Ministry of Youth and Sports, will be respected, and will call on the government to begin the process of giving the necessary support, which we believe at this point in time the government has not demonstrated anything on the contrary. What we've come to understand is that the problem has been with us, the young people, and how we go through the process. We appreciate the Ministry of Youth and Sports leadership, and we sincerely express our gratitude to them. And in so doing, as we begin the process, like we said, we will now announce to you a technical working group. That group will lead the effort to ensuring that the process around the election is participatory and is free or void of conflict. Mr. Flomo Mao, Mr. Mao will lead as technical advisor to the working committee.
It's been a very busy week, as always, for His Excellency the President. And the President sees his activities in the interest of working for the Liberian people. The President is, well, active in moving and pushing forward the country's agenda, the agenda for which he was elected for. The President Week, as I mentioned, has been really busy with the receipt of ambassadors and other members of the diplomatic community who had come to present the letters of credence. As you know, letters of credence presentations are presentations that the President will receive if a new ambassador is appointed by the country and accredited near Monrovia, where they will come to the country and present the credence. And for this week, His Excellency received in audience the ambassador of the ambassador designate of the Kingdom of Spain, the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, the Republic of Philippines, the Republic of Ghana, and the Republic of Mali first. And the following day, the President also received in audience two ambassadors, the ambassador designate of the Commonwealth of Australia and the United Mexican State. And those letters presentations were all presented to His Excellency at the Executive Mansion. For the President, this marked an important time of our country where members of the diplomatic community are working and looking forward to seeing, what contribution they can make to Liberia, especially on the diplomatic front. As you know, Liberia is a very important member of the global community, inclusive of the United Nations and other regional bodies. So with the presentation of letters of credence, he believes that this is also in contribution to our growing image globally, and how Liberia is positioning herself to be a major player in the world. Following the presentation of those, the President also designated Honorable Samuel Sivkuya to speak on his behalf at the program marking the launch of the Executive Mansion Communications Internship Program, a program that the President believes will help, public communicators, especially those who intend to join his communication team at the Executive Mansion, in informing the public what he's doing and the activities and actions, he's taking, and most importantly, in gauging the views of the public, the Liberian people, the people he serves on a daily basis. As I mentioned earlier, the President also did visit Margibi today to commemorate the 80th anniversary of the United Nations. And as you know, the United Nations was established in long ago, 80 years ago, basically, and Liberia being a founding member of the United Nations. And today, the people, the citizens of Margibi, received a president who delivered the keynote message.
When you don't want to inform people, but I've said I will inform the Liberian and inform the former police that there's no money there. From 2018 to today, Jeremiah couldn't finish eating all the money. On Thursday, there was an instrument sent by Joseph Walker to the house. The people always say, you tradition man. You tradition man. Don't talk to Joseph Walker as tradition man. When you want to erase our tradition from the stage, how will you send that kind of document? If even you don't want it that way for our mothers, that's our tradition. Everybody in the country to say, I want marry no faculty woman. Because our women are submissive because of the culture. But where is the culture today? Marasali, when he came for Marasali didn't pour her inside because she know what it means. When he came before former President Weah, he refused to bring it on the floor because he know what it means. But if they are called tradition men, that I will respect as a traditional person, he brought that kind of people on the floor. If you want to modify it, why you can't get some midwives, some nurses, to see if they can modify it? But you want to erase our culture? So we will respect you, Mr. Wakai. You waste your time. You waste your time. And we will ensure that our culture Say that man acquire his culture, man, and the same of respect. I knew from day one, Joseph Boakai is a reckless human being that don't want to be respected, that don't deserve respect. And I will deal with him. He making fun, the ball bound will change. You go bring people, talk about cancel the culture. It will be difficult. And let me appreciate Busy Calling for standing up. For standing up against it. I was buttressing him. Because if we have to believe in our culture to respect somebody like Joseph Boakai, that we're passing around hungry, that people are feeding all right here, he needs to respect the culture he talk about. Where's the culture today? When you want to erase the culture, Mr. Boakai, you are disgrace and shame on you. That culture, we will resist it. And we have to modify it to let some nurses or some midwives work with our culture. People will do that, but to erase it, Mr. Boakai, you lie. That money when you took from the people, be passing around, be taking money, Mr. Boakai. Because you not get used for yourself. So you just pass around and take money. Let me tell you, that thing you're pushing, it will not work. With some of us being there, we will do it openly so that people can see the people that call themselves culture people going against the culture of the country. But they want me to respect somebody on a culture basis and will not do it. Because he's not a culture person, he's just another criminal and another crook. I'm referring to Joseph Boakai. I'm referring to him. Saying respect yourself, we will deal with that situation. We have started dealing with it already. No money to NASCAR for our colleagues to have pension money. We know people will say, but you're able money, what do you need money for? No. But you cut the money for our salary. So if you don't want us to have it, give it back to our colleagues, not us that are working. We appreciate it. You can't be taking money from us. Because oh, yeah, we're eating money, yeah, we're eating money, but we're taking us some of the money too. We'll be understanding that if we are not in parliament, if we are not lawmakers, in return, what they took for us will be given to us. So, Mr. Boakai, saying now respect yourself as a tradition, man. You want to cancel tradition for Lofa County? We will not be a part of it. And we will always do it in the open session. So that the people can see who are going against, whether Boakai going against already. The fact that he sent that document to us, that means you don't respect culture. And the kind of document you're supposed to bring. So, you know, a harmful. The tattoo they get on your and our culture, what more harmful? You're not telling the people where you get tattoo they on your harmful. That put our culture harmful. And now what we're saying in session, your tattoo they get on your the places you're getting. They want to talk about our culture. They just say we respect culture. How do we respect culture when we get a reckless old man that put it there to see? You don't have interest in culture. That's why people reading the communication that Joseph Boakai said is harmful. It's harmful. Joseph Boakai, when you go on the train, no lecture, you not see the tattoo, the pele get no tattoo there. It's not harmful. That only our mother's culture that we give away, that the one you want to erase. You see your girlfriend in your carry around. The tattoo that are on it in the places they are. You don't know more harmful, or you get interested in that one. But the money they put in the West gave you to come and erase our culture and what you want to do. Joseph Boakai, shame on you. Let me appreciate the Intl Affairs Minister. Now the Port District number 10 know that I did not receive 50,000. It was clear by the Intl, and the only thing I wanted. Now when the Intl Affairs Minister got to talking, I told the presiding, I said, Mr. Presiding, you know, discharge the Intl Affairs Minister. The clarity have been made. The Intl Affairs Minister said, no lawmaker have getting 50,000 for development. He waiting to see when the process will start. And the process we all wait for, and the clarity I wanted. So let me, he's not my friend. You might not my friend. You might sacrifice for to become representative. He's not my friend. But when it comes to where he made a clarity for our people around the world, to know. Every time I have press conference, I always say, I have not received the 50,000 for the 2025 budget. And the clarity was made on Thursday. Mr. 1-4 man, I sacrificed for to become representative. Let me appreciate you. We're not friends, but because you made it clarity for the whole world to know, and the people in district number 10 to know, that's what I appreciate you for. The presiding said, on next week, on this week Tuesday, the less people will come because in the 2024 budget, there was money allocated for all the districts. District number 10 have not getting the 37,000 for the development. And when you show that the less boss come in the open session the same way and make that clarity. And I will appreciate it if that clarity is made. If I have received it, let him tell the people of the country, let him tell the people of district number 10, and let him bring the paper to district number 10. Let him answer question for it. But on the day, the 37,000 for the 2024 budget, I have not received it. I sent my contractor to go to list for Johnsonville Road to be rehabilitated. They sent the contractors, when they did the assessment, they were supposed to do some pavement to recondition the Johnsonville Road. My contractor went to list, carried all his documents. They refused to give the money. And that clarity will be made for everybody. Because I'm not going to Harley. I want the people to come out and say, we gave the money to Yeke. And if the late boss come to session and say, I have not received that money, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Because I will just be saying one thing over and over. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I have not received it. I challenge anybody in the country to bring one paper that I have received the 37,000. MOPP and CRC. Yes, I carry a complaint to Deputy Speaker Tomo Fala, calling some people name that Dan Morales, the consultant, I said it was alleged that Dan Morales took 4 lawmakers from here and carried them to Ivory Coast. I told the Deputy Speaker, and they were taking it for a joke. While Anthony Weddle is trying to ensure that MOPP do well for the people in Maryland, they got lawmakers undermine the process. And in session on Thursday, I called their names. Go to the recording. For the family number 1, he went to Ivory Coast. I said it in plain Larry. That for the family went because you asking me, so I'm making that clarity now. You're asking me why we're coming back. I said for the family went to Ivory Coast. Glidia, Honorable Glidia went to Ivory Coast. Honorable B. Majure were on the plane to Ivory Coast. And Honorable Abbas June were on the plane to Ivory Coast. What I said in session, I stand by it. And I'm not going to reverse it. That's my statement. I stand by it. And I also said in session that G. Bunny got talks with MOPP and CRC. And one of the office staff, I'll call it office staff name, on my page. On her page, he said I can 100% agree that Blebo Brown get talk with MOPP and CRC. How you will be senator for the county? Your people, G. Bunny now still not over there for Judy Bryant time. Harassing the people left of Maryland. Taking money from his crazy man. I listen to the press conference. Crazy man. The crazy man will deal with you. I'll be married soon. I'm on my way to Grand Cape County, bombing, and Bapolu to carry the movement there to the people. Our supporters are trying to raise a few follow cars. The first week in next month, I will be in bombing, Bapolu, and Cape Mount to carry the movement to the people. So the people can see the movement. Jimmy, for Judy Bryant, you be authority over there. MOPP harassing your people. Let them bring the document. But the time Anthony Weddle red paper, just suppress him. For the family, that man harassed Channel New York. Me, I can point Channel New York in such a wide hotel. I point Channel New York. He now harassed Channel New York until the whole day he won the plane. Now all the world will be leadership for. And my statement made in session, when I call up people's name, I state my age. And let me announce your name again. I say in session, for the family, Twangliga, Abaju, P. Marjorie, they cut on the P and went to Ivory Coast. And just watch the tape. People were saying, oh, the man was carrying the plane. In session, I'll put a recording on my page. I said the plane was supposed to crash. Let for the family leader. Everybody started laughing in session. They don't want to invoke him because he said the plane was shaking. But you go to bloody business, how plane get shake? The people of Maryland suffering from MOPP and CRC. Every time Anthony Weller would write communication, for it to come on the floor become problem. That's why they contest, they will make sure that communication keep on the floor. Then they will come back. We say no people will come on Tuesday. They will come in the open plane now. They gotta tell the people why the poor Maryland suffering on a Jim Banning them. Jim Banning here staff say he can 100%. He have 100% agreed that Bible Brown I get on the screen. Your own Maryland posted to me, and you know you're beginning to send the water and sewer. You Jim Banning, you know him. His name is there. I will call it on my page. Also, you know that your boss may not get trouble there, but Bravo Brown get trouble there, right? You will handle that one. I will make your fire on yourself. Yeah, bro, one knee on. You told your stabber to go take it for there and put Bravo Brown in there. You Jim Banning, quote that you come in crazy, man. Roll that you want to have you talk about Maryland. Every government that come, you want to be inside.
Mr. Mao, and I'd like to emphasize and inform you, Mr. Mao is one of the most recent former executive of the Federation of Liberia. Mr. Blaman Gore. Mr. Blaman Gore will manage the affairs of the technical working group and the secretariat. Mr. Gore is the former country coordinator of the Federation of Liberia. I also like to inform you that the steering committee has appointed Mr. Hilary Quito, one of my immediate vice presidents, to be a member of this technical working group. Mr. Quito will help with his expertise and his knowledge in guiding the process. Ms. Fatoumata P. Diallo. Ms. Diallo will head the secretariat of this interim leadership. Ms. Diallo is a former vice president of the Motorado Student Union, LASU. I also like to inform you that as we move ahead, we will subsequently be announcing the Elections Commission. At this point in time, I'd like to call on all county coordinators across the length and breadth of Liberia to begin the process of holding consultation with member organizations and ensuring that the mapping exercise that will lead to members' organizational regularization begins immediately. I also like to call on county coordinators to ensure that the process is participatory and is involving all stakeholders at the level of the county. In closing, I'd like to assure all of us that the process of having a transparent, credible, and participatory election is our pledge. God bless Liberia. God bless the young people. One youth community, one voice. I thank you.
Yes, so thank you, and we've listened to the reading of the statement. Yesterday, it's been floated on the social media that a contesting Kennedy or be contesting Kennedy, Ernest Duku Jala,
and I think his action is tangible to something that is honor-minded.
The President did again recommit his government's role in calling for a united front for global challenges and global issues and standing firm with the collective voice of the African community, the Common Africa position, as well as talking about the need of a stronger United Nations and the solidarity that Liberia brings. And Liberia also was, as you all know, elected as a member of the United Nations non-permanent seat, and in 2026, next year, Liberia will be taking her role or taking her place. So this celebration also marks the recognition of that effort. In fact, Liberia in this program was recognized, was given a certificate by the resident coordinator of the United Nations, representing the Secretary General of the United Nations, Honorable Antonio Guterres. And the president was excited of that, and the people of Margibi being a part of that. Still in Margibi, the president did tour the BWR where the program was held, the Booker Washington Institute, tour the facility to see the progress that have been made so far with the new administration under the principalship of Madam Nancy Freeman, who heads the institution, and the tour included facilitating or visiting places such as the classrooms, the automotive area, the electricity, the carpentry section, and the president is well impressed as to the progress so far. Interestingly, the roads within Calcutta that was paved by His Excellency was also looked at, and it was open, or ribbon was cut for that. And the people, the citizens of Margibi, decided to name the road the JNB Avenue UN Drive. So in honor of the United Nations and His Excellency's work, the team there decided to give that to the President and the United Nations, and that ribbon was cut. Still on the actions and activities of the President also has appointed members of the government. A new appointment include members of the judiciary. And he's appointed Councillor William G. Kippert, the judge of the traffic court of Bangasete, Bon County. Councillor Eric Molu, judge of the debt court, Lofa County. Councillor Daniel D. Dolokelen, judge of the debt court of Bon County. Anthony Colley, judge of criminal court E, Lofa County, and Councillor Rennie O. Moses, judge of criminal court E, Grand Jide counties. And these nominations are expected to go to the Senate for confirmation hearing. As part of the Constitution, these nominations will definitely require confirmation hearing by the Liberian Senate. The President hopes that the Senate will give the nomination the expedited role so that they can be confirmed where necessary to be able to continue the work or begin their work in the different jurisdictions, so that the issue of the rule of law and accountability can continue unabated. In additional news, I'm pleased to inform the Liberian people that Liberia has received Mr. Kilmer Armando Abrego Garcias on humanitarian and temporary grounds. I therefore announce that the government of Liberia is hereby announcing a decision to receive Mr. Kilmer Armando Abrego Garcias on a strictly humanitarian and temporary basis, following a formal request from the government of the United States of America. The decision was reached after extensive consultations with relevant national and international stakeholders, reflecting Liberia's enduring commitment to upholding the principles of human dignity, international solidarity, and compassion in times of distress. Liberia's actions are guided by both international humanitarian norms and its own long-standing tradition of offering refuge to those in need. As one of Africa's oldest republics, Liberia has historically extended protection and goodwill to individuals and communities needing assistance, including the African freedom fighters and the more.
Every government that come, you want to be inside and open up. Every government that come, you want to change the government, you cheap money. Let's open up. Look, Liberal Party believe in the Liberal Party, believe in the opposition. If Jim Bani will be in opposition, I will campaign. I will talk against the government, but I will prefer the government being there. Let's see me Fremont as sort of CDC program. If you will be in the opposition, then I cannot be in opposition. See me Fremont and the opposition for the people talking just suffering. Can't run them here. They pop in what the person in for me. Simeon Taylor, young drummer, Simeon Taylor, Senator Taylor. We be reliably informed that the company that inform me, the body company that inform me, Simeon Taylor get truck there. How you will be senator for your people suffering because you bring business to your company, you can't talk. When you talk, then Jim Bani will open your mouth. Now the problem will be opposition be there. No, let me tell your opposition people. Let me tell your opposition people. You're gonna start saying, you know my Uber doing job we are time when I play my boss more. Oh, then we are playing by again. They believe they get money. They feel that I want to go spend some time to do my treatment. I want to go spend time with my family. Oh, come and bring get money, you get with that talk. They open a telemark and say, oh, Musa Belede walk out for you. Let me tell you something today. Musa Belede far in the car here. The reason why I can't get behind Musa Belede is because he got problem. He not start seeing it. Musa Belede and some of the people they in confusion. The whole Facebook. You all know why Musa Belede said the CMC, the number of people come look for our president position. You're asking. You're telling them asking when you not tell you what we tell the people. Oh, because the answer making confusion. You get problem behind you, can't join behind you. So tomorrow when they eat your money, so they can say you get them over there. I got respect for myself. I got respect for myself. People say, oh, you got John CDC. I'm an independent opposition. I will not join any opposition that will bring people behind them that supporting the ruling party and want to be in opposition because they know Bwaka and his papers have failed. I will not. Let me make it clear to you people, I will not. If Koga will be in the opposition, the money Koga then spent on that hotel to sit down there, to remove speaker, and when you use that authority, that number, the people in what the penny get will not suffer. Oh, Koga, kind of opposition will be there. You're lying. Let me tell you something. I will deal with your opposition. You're not doing it. When the power by the rule will change you. When you want to be in opposition, we will be in opposition. When you want to be in opposition, we will be in opposition. Any other side collaborating with people that they kind of fully opposition will be with, and they kind of irresponsible opposition will be with. People that suppress the people left. Many people that are suppressing the vote of Nima Kande left. Now today, you know, Jeremiah will have problem. When Jeremiah will campaign for him to become senator, the authority he had as chairman to keep lawmakers there in a hotel. Why he can't have the authority to ensure that the government make the people that company in the paper to build Google houses for our people in the poor Nima Kande to start suffering. Oh, you are stupid, eh? You better start saying government give me money now. I will start saying that I will prefer the government remaining there. The government, every party I will talk about, I will prefer it. I will deal with Joseph Baka, but I will prefer the government living there. And we can have an independent opposition. Let me tell you today. Don't you play say, they see a group of people just circulating. They see people you're supposed to prosecute. They know that Joseph Baka has failed. So they come in and they can't join opposition for who the wrong can be for them. What wrong with you? That stupid are there here when Joseph Baka sat down with a paper board and told me, say, Jeremiah Tom Moku, we will prosecute him when we come to power. Oh, let me join we are now fully like him work with me anymore. I want to see the opposition and bring out bullshit to me. I will deal with you that will be. Let me tell you opposition people. The people I want to see in opposition are the motorcyclists. Our mothers, no yellow boys. Our mothers are in the market. And the people want to see in opposition. Who is Koga to be in opposition? Who is Simeon Taylor to be in opposition? Who is Jim Bani to be in opposition? I want to harassing the people that left in Maryland. Jim Bani Nala. And the feed when you send tire for the truck then. I'm trying to get a picture, I will put it on. Child, come put your picture on Facebook. Confirming. Now, Bible brand, get truck there. Now I will put a picture in there. You fool that you. You are harassing the poor, let the poor suffering. You do that, so open up. So open up, job here early. So open up, job here, job here. We see job here today. They acting like their money, that the money they store job here time. Let me tell you today, your brain dealer people. So open up, say when election time, we will bring cow for you to eat it. He said that what he eat myself top before. Oh, the boy, when the time we will get cow for them, okay, cow for them. So brain dealer take the cow for now. So open up, say your cow eat up. He will bring cow for you to eat and you will vote for him. You get moral to send a job or job here. You salary about rich on a job here government. Just store money. When I bring you up, I bring the dirty people I can't walk good. They call Joseph Bagana wearing papers. When he came by insurance, now the horse will be audited. Today, where is the horse being audited? Joseph Bagana will lose watch on you. If you think you lose me, and he said, we will always use you. You, Joseph Bagana. I'm not going for your cardboard and I need them. I'm not going, those are cardboard. I will use you, Joseph Bagana. And you say you can't prosecute the poor. And you know about the national thing now reach on you. And they earn all the money from there. Because you said you roll your former chief of office star went there and took money from there when you are not president. So how you will prosecute? You Joseph Bagana. And you refuse to prosecute the poor. And you say that paper and boss it. The commitment you made for me the second time I left. And now the commitment here for you to have 3 people. I'll listen to Costa and Joseph Bagana. Costa, anything you do. If you are going to make minister of state, you are going to open your mouth to talk that bullshit you were talking yesterday. You are going to make minister of state, you are going to see rotting in the comment. Costa is down now broke. Who get time for you? I don't want to broke. Why you support that job? Why you didn't stay behind Joseph Bagana support him? They will deal with him like I'm dealing with him. But you left for there because you wanted money. Then you open your mouth, you be discussing job here. You Costa. You broke that you want to get money for job here. You were dancing. Now I brought my pay. Yeah, dancing. That job we are 12 years. Now today you know that job we are 12 years. Joseph Bagana doing well. Huh? Let me tell you in the opposition, all of y'all, the Alexander Kumenzo, the job we are, the Musa ability, the people that are harassing the people left. A lot of people are in opposition. I will not be in opposition. I will prefer the government living there. Because when you're bringing up people, the people can't chop. When there's trouble with for at least they point the government now, maybe the package getting for small, finally reaching to 75%. For now, maybe 3 more years or 2 more years, the package will be full, like broken with your job. So if you don't want to be in opposition, who want to know who are coming in opposition? You think I can tell rate for food in there? If I ever told rate for food in there before, let me tell all of you, the Alexander comment, the job we are, the Musa ability, let me tell all of you. If you think I can tell rate for food in there, you're going to mess up. If I don't see the people, the common people in the opposition, you're bringing us see no back, you're coming to contend with, I will deal with you without bleeding. So the only thing you can say now, oh yeah, government not get money, my home papa always give me money. Oh, job we are not get money, that's why you cannot talk to you. Before election, I was talking, I was dealing with Joseph Bagana. When we were on the field of dividing job, I can't have press conference. I said, now we need a dividing job. You think I can have my own field of people here? Huh? We must liberate the liberated people from the criminals and the crook. When you say for me to your program, I will come help. But we're not going to gather here. You can't want to see who are in the opposition. The same group of people just circulating. Team Bani been working for Judy Bryant. So that when the Team Bani get work, he find a way again, he will soon become out of the opposition. No crooks. Criminal like that. He call me crazy man. Team Bani here myself, who more criminal? You call me criminal, Team Bani? You get your post suffering, why you keep portraits Anthony Weddle? Or get the communication Anthony Weddle you portrait him. Portrait him, not saying for other people. Then the portrait bring a report. But you say that there, what Anthony Weddle doing it, then you're putting people on plea. Don't go. But Anthony Weddle know the book on the plea. Because he himself was somewhere. And I asked a question to one of the lawmakers. He know the lawmaker said, So it's not surprising to him. But someone and I want to talk about is scared. They think I'm not being in a living room. I'm not being in a living room. I'm not being never ever be in my living room. When I see the bullshit, I will talk the nonsense. Let me tell you today. Do you body? You get me to content with. And you stand out there. The former senator, you know that the former senator kept people. Your son went for your own share to the same your own share to you. Why you acting like you know for? Okay, Jim Barney say I say me you know. They never acting with a road. No portrait and another people come here report. Why they harassing the people in our place? Why you will not do it? You doing business with the people. How you will talk? You Jim Barney, you doing business. Your truck in there. Blah 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 truck there. The former senator is a consultant. Oh, you acting like that, no? They'll be fine, right? Don't matter, man. That man crazy. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I won't be crazy for the people. So let me say to the opposition, if you want us to be serious and do the opposition business, the people who say will prosecute cannot come to the opposition. Then what are we going to do? Then I mean we want to see too. I've said it to a lot of people. The particular thing I'm saying, and I said to Senator Mange, and I said to a lot of people in the opposition, that me, I will not be in opposition. We don't caliber people. I remember one of the chairmen of one political party, oh my man, we need the people to win. I said, okay, say you say I'm stupid, let me ask you one question. You want to be in power when you use that man, you know that man get power, when you use that man to win, you have to prosecute, and you know you're saying, oh my man, we will say what to do. You know, like people, they said their own problem. You can't kill yourself on the people. I will kill myself on the people. Mr. Chairman, let me tell you. I will kill myself on the people. And you say you can't kill yourself. Look, 400 days, one will sit down and God use us to bring government to do this country. No way. Opposition, you get me to contend with. I come with all of y'all. You get me to contend with. I will deal with y'all. I will deal with y'all without believing. Let me tell you today. If I see the younger boys, the marketeers, our mothers, the baby runners, our mothers are suffering in the opposition, I'll be part of it. But you can't bring opposition to be Koga. Koga harassed the poet brought illegal removal of speaker. They say, you know, we got to use the phone to win. Man, one went to Nima Kante, one opposition group. I made Jeremiah to sleep in Nima Kante after election. Because he knew my president Nima Kante caused serious problem for him. Then you say, we'll bring opposition together. You get called about the police, they hear for the opposition. Who will win all in the country? Oh, yeah, your fee, I want to be president to bring the police behind that fee. I want to be president when I declare my intention to gather board, to pay me around, to be behind me so we can win election. If I would declare my intention, if I declare my intention, we own it. Let me say it to you now. If I would declare my intention and see the people behind you, I will pledge my support to the ruling party. Oh, yeah, saying that now. Oh, yeah, let's say, people give me money now. My own what they give me money. So we are getting money. I get it. The Unity Party move, but I used to say that 1 million another, you know, when the paper program, I go, so we are not getting their money. Because I now went to the protest, people in the opposition side say, government gave me money for me to not go to the protest. Because I was all here a few days, spending some time with my family to take my treatment, people in the opposition side say, oh, but the government have buy again. You think I know that you're like irresponsible. When you bring your team, I will deal with your political leader in the opposition. Let me tell you everything. Say you're not respecting me, they call you again. You're going to ask some of your bosses how are living in the town here. I prefer begging people for money than to take money from government. If you don't know, let me tell you. So the all of your political leaders want to have peace. When I get ready for you, the people say, the other member, I will tell the people you one can steal. Because the road and also the prosecute, you'll get the road and you'll be nothing different from the road. And in fact, you people are criminals. If I don't do it from hole to hole, anywhere else, you'll take my back to my front. You'll take my back to my front. You think that the opposition want to have? People that get here harassing the people left, they see people want coming in opposition here, and not in the opposition. I'm an independent opposition. and I will be independent opposition. Until I see those marketeers, our mothers, that they go to China and other places, they go behind the market, say they will stay here, that the people that are suffering that they are not seeing the opposition. If India will not be there, let them be there. Besides that, you're not getting my support. You're coming from the program, we can't help. But already, Chakra, why not? I will not be here. And you get ready to go with Chakra, why not? And the only way we can win election as opposition to go see road and bring them behind us. You take my name out of the opposition if that's what you want to do. So, Jibani, you've been working on Judy Bryant. You now know how MOPP and CRC treating your people in Maryland. Oh, but because you're doing business with the point making money, right? Then when the time we will get money for the poor man, the poor our people there. You get a half of resident. Let me tell you, you know some EC era. They put in Lofa, they put in Librarian. We the lawmaker who can say you can't have them when the people vote for you. Now I'm treating you. But you're asking, you're ask formula. All that thing he paid in Boma, you can ask him where he taking money from. Oh yeah, in session you were talking about me. I told you as I would deal with you in session, I would deal with you answer. And now I told you in session, I said your name is China Union. Your people suffering in Boma, but hold them you in China Union packet. And oh no regret my statement of in session. I stay my head. So Mr. General that I clarity there, yeah? You ask me a question on what I said in session. That was making clarity too. You are asking for the formula? But you follow the formula now before it became lawmaker. Me, it will be difficult for the politician number 10 to ask me. Because before I became lawmaker, the politician number 10 know who I was before becoming lawmaker. The people know. So when you meet the politician number 10, they will tell you, say, that man had it before. So that man had to investigate it. It's difficult. But I follow the formula now. What kind of job other lawmakers doing? They're doing things in a district more than us. Compare our salary and what they are doing. All that because they posted they can achieve 100,000, 1,000 dollars you car, they give you 10,000, 5,000, so you say we're good. For them, I tell you what deal with it for joke. The men against second you get problem in Burma. I saw the people going there. And we'll speak politically because I'm trying to build on my political party. We will speak politically. You can do nothing to me for my statement. I want to go into Thomas for the quality that Abba Junka look at me when you tell you red against you. I say, yo, one tell you red against me, say yeah. One tell you red against me, say yeah. I say okay. I'll fire a boo-boo. What do you concern me? I say you challenge me, you want to threaten me in capital building. I'll fire a cuckoo and blow in your face. We must see the CCTV to the airport. Bring your passport. And you got to do passport. You bring your to do passport. Let the people look at it. Where you went? Follow formula can't drop. I get one more in Ghana. I get one more in Arago. You get a web in Ghana. So you confess this small. The baby coming to the possible you confess this small.
Advocate who once found safety on the Liberian soil. In this instance, Liberia's decision hereby confirms its role as a responsible member of the international community and a country that remains committed to the humanitarian and international cooperation that anchored in law, due process, and mutual respect among nations. The government, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, will continue to engage closely with the United States Department of State to ensure that all assurances and arrangements between the two countries are fully observed. The process will be undertaken in strict coordination with competent Liberian security, immigration, and justice authorities, as well as with international partners to guarantee the highest standards of safety, transparency, and human treatment. The implementation of this decision will adhere to the following safeguards. 1. a comprehensive security screening and vetting by the relevant Liberian authorities prior to and upon arrival, respect for due process and human rights, including access to appropriate legal and procedural protections in keeping with international obligations. Ensuring that Mr. Abrego Garcias will not be returned to any country where he may face a substantial risk of persecution, torture, or other serious harm. Coordination with the United Nations and other partners to explore durable and lawful solutions consistent with international law, including potential resettlement of lawful transfer where appropriate. The government of Liberia welcomes the United States acknowledgement of this humanitarian act and notes that this action was undertaken voluntarily and in good faith and solely on humanitarian grounds. The decision underscores the long-standing friendship between Liberia and the United States of America that is built upon shared values of humanity, freedom, and justice. Liberia remains committed to strengthening international partnership and promote lawful, humane, and sustainable approaches to global protection and humanitarian cooperation. Thank you. Finally, I'd like to inform Liberian people that His Excellency will, on Monday, depart Liberia for Paris, Republic of France, for an official state visit. He was invited by His Excellency the President of France, Honorable Emmanuel Macron. The President leaves and will return immediately after his engagement. Thank you all. I will take your questions and please, as usual, state your name, your institution, and the question. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Okay, so my name is Princess Osiva, and I report for a closing argument out of KMT. So, Madam PPS, the issue of rape across the country, it has been on the increase, and it's non-buildable. And a few days ago, we had the father to the minor that alleged the minister to have raped her. But the father raised a concern that the government have not been doing anything in relation to that. So my question is, what exactly is the government doing when it comes to fighting rape across the country?
So I will tell you what the government is doing to fight rape. I'm sure you do know the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection have been one of the key institutions that is in charge of issues of gender-based violence, inclusive of rape and other forms of violence against women and girls. And rape as a non-billable offense, I'm sure you do know the pathways when...
The Constitution is clear that before you move to elections, there is a process where county coordinator will draft the membership regularization, registration of member organization, publication of member organizations. All of these steps were not taken, and I encourage you in the media to go and read the FLAG Constitution before we go to elections. And Duku is aware. Duku served as one of my deputies under a process that brought me to power and gave me legitimacy. There was a popularization of the membership organization, and the county coordinator were present during my elections. Before my election, peace be to his ashes, President Tamba election, county coordinator led their member organizations to the General Assembly. And I can give you a list of county coordinators to reach out to them. I understand the issue of statement last night or yesterday when I got in the country, distancing themselves from the process. So the steps and the processes towards getting legitimacy from as a president of the Federal Region of Liberia was not followed. And I asked Duku to desist for purporting or imposing to be the president of the Federal Region of Liberia because he does not carry that mandate on how to become a president of the Federal Region of Liberia.
Yes, so thank you so much. My name is Achipo and I report for the American Hospital. We're concerned about the number of coordinators that are to bid in the election process.
So
with reference to the Constitution, then the Constitution mentions the total number of coordinators that will be present before conducting legitimate elections.
Yes, the Constitution is clear that the 15 county coordinators must be present at every General Assembly, whether they are there with the member organization. That has to do with how these member organizations regularize the status. But like you call it the elections, the actors to manage the elections are not present. What logic does it give to you? County coordinators were never present at the election. So these county coordinators have come out openly to announce that they boycotted the process. So the process, and I don't want to take us back to that, because my journey is to ensuring that we remind all of us that this borders around the reputation of our country and our young people, and I have come to save it. And in so doing, I ask the good to desist from purporting to be the president of the Federation of Liberia, because county coordinators were never present at that elections. And even if county coordinators were present, let's get an evidence to his claim of being president. Fly elections, go back. Delegates are led by county coordinators. County coordinator roster is called in the hall. For example, if Bomi has about 50 youth organizations, there's a roll call. Bomi County coordinator, are you here present? Present. We read the list of the delegates present. That is rare. So the formalities were not followed. And in so doing, I don't consider what Dugu did or what Dugu purported to have gotten to himself to be president of our regional assembly is valid. And I ask you to do the right thing, to do the honorable thing, to respect the Constitution of the Federation of Liberia, and let us report the facts around this. And I'm going to be reaching out, and I know the stakeholders are concerned, that the coordinator will now begin to regularize members' organization status for registration, and then after registration, there will be a published list at the county level, and this coordinator will be led by the county coordinator. That's how it works. So it's a delegate election. Each county should come with the head, and the head of that county for the Federation of Liberia is the county coordinator.
You just released a tentative timeline to the electoral process. Do we have a definite date that the election will be held? And besides, people are commenting that you are overaged and they don't understand that this is an interim process. You were asked to come and help and pave the way for election. So that will clarify to some of
and again, it's evident the fact that I've passed the youth age. That's one. Two, I've served the Federation of Liberian Youth. I serve with distinction. The records are there. I'm being brought on board because that's what the Constitution of the Federation of Liberian Youth speaks to. That in the event a certain leadership fails to take us to election, the Ministry of Youth and Sports shall intervene in setting up an interim leadership. So I have come as an interim head of the technical working group. That's why if you notice all those who are part of the technical working group, majority of them are still in the bracket of the young people, because there cannot be a process where young people are excluded.
Well, active in moving and pushing forward the country's agenda, the agenda for which he was elected for. The President week, as I mentioned, has been really busy with the receipt of ambassadors and other members of the diplomatic community who had come to present their letters of credence. As you know, letters of credence presentations are presentations that the President will receive if a new ambassador is appointed by the country and accredited near Monrovia, where they will come to the country and present the credence. And for this week, His Excellency received in audience the ambassador of the ambassador of the Kingdom of Spain, the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, the Republic of Philippines, the Republic of Ghana, and the Republic of Mali first. And the following day, the President also received in audience two ambassadors, the ambassador designate of the Commonwealth of Australia and the United Mexican State. And those letters, presentations were all presented to His Excellency at the Executive Mansion. For the President, this marked an important time of our country where members of the diplomatic community are working and looking forward to seeing, what contribution they can make to Liberia, especially on the diplomatic front. As you know, Liberia is a very important member of the global community, inclusive of the United Nations and other regional bodies. So with the presentation of letters of credence, he believes that this is also in contribution to our growing image globally, and how Liberia is positioning herself to be a major player in the world. Following the presentation of those, the President also designated Honorable Samuel Sivkuya to speak on his behalf at the program marking the launch of the Executive Mansion Communications Internship Program, a program that...
And this is the morning ride, and it's on Kool 91.9, Kool Radio Online. So we go for our sponsor, Mary Magadi, there in Bernard's Farm, Painesville, I will say, the Coma Tissue Factory. So we go for our sponsor break. But I want you to listen to this speech delivered at the time at the 36th African Union Summit in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, of Robert Gabriel Mugabe when he spoke. But please follow the broadcast this morning. I'm not going to do much talking, but we'll go for our sponsor break.
Yes, it's Marie Manga. Have you heard? Yes, it's Marie Manga. Have you heard about the one and only Marie Manga herbal supplement? Marie Manga is a Liberian-made herbal supplement. It helps to boost the human immune system to fight against cancer, pressure, and many other sicknesses. Meanwhile, people that used to sell the Marie Manga herbal supplement in Bon, Nimba, and Lofa County has finally settled down in Moserado and its surrounding. The Marie Manga hot tea supplement is available now in the following office stations: Bonafan, opposite Mankumba Benu Tissue Factory, King Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection towards OES Transport Building. Kakata, Mangibi County, Bassa Community around the radio station. Ganta City, Glelu Community around the People Street, YMCA Junction. Campley City, Nimba County, Broad Street, opposite Facebook, Vonjama City, Lofa County. Yes, it's Marie Manga. Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement is a registered supplement with the Liberia Medicine and Health Product Regulatory Authority, LMHRA. For more information about the Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement, contact us on the following numbers: 0888-856776, 0777-444-591, and 0775-499549. Yes, it's Marie Manga, Liberia owned herbal supplement. Yes, it's Marie Manga. Have you heard about the one and only Marie Manga herbal supplement? Marie Manga is a Liberian-made herbal supplement. It helps to boost the human immune system to fight against cancer, pressure, and many other sicknesses. Meanwhile, people that used to sell the Marie Manga herbal supplement in Bon, Nimba, and Lofa County has finally settled down in Moserado and its surrounding. The Marie Manga hot tea supplement is available now in the following office stations: Bonafan, opposite Mankumba Benu Tissue Factory, King Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection towards OES Transport Building. Kakata, Mangibi County, Bassa Community around the radio station. Ganta City, Glelu Community around the People Street, YMCA Junction. Campley City, Nimba County, Broad Street, opposite Facebook, Vonjama City, Lofa County. Yes, it's Marie Manga. Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement is a registered supplement with the Liberia Medicine and Health Product Regulatory Authority, LMHRA. For more information about the Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement, contact us on the following numbers: 0888-856776, 0777-444-591, and 0775-499549. Yes, it's Marie Manga, Labra Un Herbert Supplement. Yes, it's Marie Manga. Have you heard about the one in una Marie Manga Herbert Supplement? Marie Manga is a Labra-made Herbert Supplement. It helps to boost the human immune system to fight against cancer, pressure, and many other sicknesses. Meanwhile, people that used to sell the Marie Manga Herbert Supplement in Bon, Nimba, and Lofa County has finally settled down in Monserrado and its surrounding. The Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement is available now in the following office stations: Bonafan, opposite Mankumba Benu Tissue Factory, King Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection towards OES Transport Building. Kakata, Mangibi County, Bassa Community around the radio station. Ganta City, Glelu Community around the People Street, YMCA Junction. Kample City, Nimba County, Broad Street, opposite Facebook, Vonjama City, Lofa County. Yes, it's Marie Manga. Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement is a registered supplement with the Liberia Medicine and Health Product Regulatory Authority, LMHRA. For more information about the Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement, contact us on the following numbers: 0888-856776, 0777-444-591, and 0775-499549. Yes, it's Marie Manga, Labra Un Herbert Supplement. In your sickness, hold your heart.
It's important, as a matter of fact, to bring you Marie Manga this morning. Marie Manga is probably associated with this program and is Liberia recognized herbal supplement. And you know, this entire Marie Manga thing has been in Liberia, as a matter of fact, from Lofa County, Bong, Nimba, and they are now have announced themselves in Monserrado County, and it's opportunity for Liberians in this part to get the herbal supplement. It's important. It's very easy as a tea, very easy to drink. It helps you fight several deficiencies into the body, and helps you clean your system while you are there. Whether it's a eye problem, it's a low pressure, high pressure, sexually transmitted diseases, whether it's an ulcer, whether it's a rheumatism, and a lot in the system. And it's important for Liberia. Well, mind you, most of the times we travel here and there seeking health, it becomes an issue. But it's important that you try this time around Marie Manga. Marie Manga is in Monserrado County. And it is the plans of Marie Manga to reach the breakfast table, that it will be a normal or regular tea, hot tea, that is consumed in the morning and in the evening. And it's the plans of Marie Manga that this product will be at the hospitals to help enhance the health condition of our folks into Liberia. So please, it's now an opportunity that you can be, you can go there at the points, especially in Monserrado County. If you go to Camp Johnson Road, Clay Street intersection, there around the ES Transport, formally, you find a Marie Manga, and you can start your health journey. If you go to Pinsville City, Bernard's Farm, the Kumabene Son Tissue Factory is there. You can also start your health journey there. So let me help. There are a lot of numbers being read also often, and also
but we'll help you with specific numbers so that if you are in town and you are around the Camp Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection there, and you want to get along with the Mary Manga family to get your supplement, you talk to Miss Patience Weir. She's there in Central Monrovia to serve folks, but there are plans to extend to other parts and other counties. There are frantic efforts being made by the family of Mary Manga there. They're married for life. So you talk to Miss Patience Weir on 0775 499 549, 0775 499 549. You talk to Miss Patience. We are there in Central Monrovia at the Camp Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection. And please, when you are on the Mary Manga team, you are asked for efficiency and productivity, enhancing the health system. Please, if there are some habits, whether the slur or the snore, the liquor or the cigarette or whatsoever consumables in that line, you have to cease so that you can be able to get results. It's important, please. If you are at the Bananas Farm opposite the Kumabene Son Tissue Factory, and if you're opportune to talk to Mr. Prince B. Gray Sr., he is the business manager there on 0776 369 805. 0776 369 805 and 0888 856 776. 0888 856 776. So these numbers are there for contact, for questions, for concerns, for your opinions, and whatsoever issues you have. And when you get at the area, you'll be opportune to listen to several testimonies of those folks who have gotten in contact with the Mary Manga process and have gotten healed. So today, start your health journey, and please, you will thank us later on. Mary Manga family is in Liberia. It's in 4 counties. There are plans to extend to other parts of Liberia. So you are opportune now to get these areas and be able to start your health journey. Good morning and a pleasant welcome to all of you this morning. And this program is proud to be associated with the Mary Manga family. And as a matter of fact, you can also play the star 799 star 1 hash. It is my radio Kool cash giveaway. It's a my radio Kool cash giveaway. $100 to play, or 70 cents US dollars, 70 cents US, and you will be able to win 4,000 Liberian dollars. So take a chance today and get some cash into your pocket. It's important that while you are moving on, you'll be able to have such a process. This is where we are, Liberia. This is where we are, and it's important that we seek your need also. Let me say thank you and a pleasant welcome. We are proud to be associated with Mary Manga this morning. Good morning.
Yes, it's Yes, it's Mary Manga. Have you heard about the one and only Mary Manga herbal supplement? Mary Manga is a Liberian-made herbal supplement. It helps to boost the human immune system to fight against cancer, pressure, and many other sicknesses. Meanwhile, people that used to sell the Mary Manga herbal supplement in Bon, Nimba, and Lofa County has finally settled down in Moserado and its surrounding. The Mary Manga Hot Tea supplement is available now in the following office stations: Bona Farm, opposite Mankumba Benu Tissue Factory, King Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection towards OES Transport Building. Kakata, Mangibi County, Bassa Community around the radio station. Ganta City, Glelu Community around the People Street, YMCA Junction. Campley City, Nimba County, Broad Street, opposite Facebook, Vonjama City, Lofa County. Yes, it's Mary Manga. Marie Manga Heart Tea Supplement is a registered supplement with the Liberia Medicine and Health Product Regulatory Authority, LMHRA. For more information about the Marie Manga Heart Tea Supplement, contact us on the following numbers: 0888 85 67 76, 0777 444 591, and 0775 4995 49. Yes, it's Marie Manga, Liberia own Herbert Supplement. Yes, it's
While we call for the spirit of cooperation, collaboration, with all of us as young people, we at the same time want to remind the outgoing leadership and former leaders of the Federation, particularly to the Benenka leadership that has just ended, to refrain from any attempt that will discredit, undermine the sacrifices that made by leaders of the past to get the Federation to where it is. We also like to inform you that we've had consultation, we've engaged. We would like to announce to you that we will certainly be announcing a technical working group to help drive the transition. We also like to inform you, in an effort to ensuring that everyone is on board, the process of a peaceful and a supportive dialogue will resume or has resumed. I'd like to inform you that immediately after my appointment, I reached out to the former President Mohamed Nasser, who has given me his word that he will do everything he can to support this effort. I will also be making effort to holding consultation with all sides.
And it's important that there are several major issues in our communities, in our cities, in our towns. And you know, these are important things to talk about, and it's important. You know, for some time now, let's talk about our city, Painesville. We'll talk about the GSC report and what's coming at the Commerce Ministry, and the President has made several bombshells into government. Those are all relevant to talk about. And you know, why Liberians, especially in the city of Painesville, the largest city in Liberia, were at the state of commending the city authority, the municipality, about this huge garbage control array light at some level. Some will say the Painesville City Corporation has done immensely well to help the issue of garbage collection at some level, and there will still be a very huge argument upon. And this thing is the synonymous to all cities. I'm not leaving one out. Even the Moria city is hugely overwhelmed. What has been observed now is that the major garbage collection sites are seen with level improvement of garbage collections. But then what happened? The communities where there is this stockpile of diet is now the major concern. Today, the Moria City Corporation, you hear folks saying that they are even serious about garbage collection. Everybody put mouth on the past government with the then Jefferson Koji, who was then into party politics, was serving as a quote-unquote law mayor. There was a huge issue of diet, garbage collection in Central Monrovia. You go Cape Johnson Road, you go Central Street, you go Gully Street, you go Meccan Street, parts of Nipo Street, down Waterside. The concern about garbage was a serious thing. Least to talk about, you come to
Painesville City, the commercial hub, red light, and the suburb, you go to Kool, you see mountain part have died. You go to the communities, you see stuff part have died. Today, DuPont Road, made part of DuPont Road, a serious complaint. You go to GSA Road, another issues, and even when you go to one town, it becomes a major issue where neglect of these things have happened. And we even go to other cities, other municipalities, other townships. Go to Johnsonville, Brewerville, Partnersville. The issue of garbage has been a very serious, complete disgrace for our country. But you know, it's everybody's business. What is the city doing about this? What level of education are they providing for the public? Is it that the folks just see the Springville City Corporation, the Morris City Corporation, Broadville Corporation, the Johnsonville, the Gardnersville, Partnersville, that is just about cleaning dirt? What level? It has become a serious health concern now that is beyond the control of residents. If you go to GSA Road, you see it become an uncontrollable garbage situations at facing communities. You wake up in the morning, you see one, Ghana must go back, and there's somebody traveling, is seated right in the fringe of the road. And as soon as you overlook that, the next day, it's 10 to 5. The next day, it's 10 to a dump site. And this has been the fastest growing thing in Liberia. What is the city corporation doing? Especially the waste management department at the PCC, at the Morris City Corporation, at our various corporations, townships. Because if you observe nowadays, everybody complain, what the cold, what the flu, what this. And if we are not having a very safe environment, are we prepared to save ourselves and our children? Let's talk about this. And it's so much appalling that even you go to red light today, where it was considered as a serious market area, it becomes a point where it becomes a garbage waste area. Even where today, the most famous one in town that were hired first by the then quote-unquote Zoomlion waste production site. And one thing we forget to know that these areas tend to become, for the beginning, it seems to be in the forest or the outskirts of the town. And within a twinkling of an eye, they become the position in the middle of the city or the community or the town. How can we treat ourselves as such? How much of an effort are our city corporations doing? You see Liberians dressed very clean. You see the part of certain areas they hold their nose. You see that, and we pretend to ourselves like we don't even know what is happening. Let's talk about this, because every time we talk about corruption at the government cycle, this minister, this place, President Boakai is now endorsing corruption. He's now doing this. But do we have a responsibility as citizens of this country? You will see Liberians will say, yeah, things hard. We want to sell to fend for ourselves. But they are sitting in the dirt. Tell me, you sit in the middle of a dirt in the name of selling to feed yourself. You are there inhaling the stink from those dirt. And you spend that 24 hours feeding your lungs with those things. When you go home, what happened to you next? You fight to make 1,005 profit. You say this is the best place to sit down. and you go spend $10,000 in hospitals. And when you are now well, you are ill, you are unable to go sell. Are we concerned? Are we concerned? Before, like I mentioned, the quote-unquote then Zoom Lions and other waste corporations that was around in this town and other parts, there were dustbins around. There were garbage collection points. And there was so much complaints about that librarians are misusing those areas. At some point in time, at some garbage collection point, you go low, you see one dead baby, and someone who gave birth, probably because of some issues. The folks will be created with that. Or a child will pass, or a whole family will have their waste, whether it's an excrete or whatever it is, they will put it there. At some point in time, folks will feel so much overwhelmed because the folks who are to pick up this dirt from the destination point to take it to where it should be have a nag. Fires are seen into those areas. It's because of complaint. Some point in time, you will hear folks to say you are to put this dirt within the dustbin, but folks will decide to put it outside on the fringe of the road, outside of the dustbin. It becomes another issue again to put it inside the dustbin. And just within a short while, you see dump site created. Where are the dustbins? Where are they? And as a matter of fact, every day, every now and then, we are creating dirt. You want you to put butter, where would the corner and the chaff goes? Where? You go in town, oh yeah, it's time I have electricity. Let me buy my S-Bar. Where would the waste go? Let me buy my television. Where would the waste go? Oh, I just got a new shoes, a brand new in the box. Where would it go? Oh, I bought a suit. Where would the plastic waste go? Where? Are we concerned? Because we should be concerned about the health need of our children, our citizens. Today, when you look at the Tupelo community block A, garbage situation, it's been alarming there. The chairperson is now saying that this has turned to an uncontrollable garbage situation in his community. And is now putting finger at the city corporation failure to ensure proper supervision. And we all know that before the war days, garbage collection was not an issue. The population had not increased at the time, making it difficult for managing of situations at such point. But now, with the anxiety, seeking greener pasture, city cycles, populations have increased. Least to talk about Muscle County in the suburb. What measures are they put into play? Don't talk about city of Monrovia, the capital city of Liberia. Go there. A certain part of the city is just like it became a waste area, the capital city. And before dawn, everybody bring their waste from the houses and put it there. And the next thing, those perishable substances are within those dried waste. It starts to produce stink. It comes back into the home. You see mosquitoes are coming. Those creepy things. They now become an issue with you. You taking the dirt, put it to your backyard, to your window, to the community. The next thing mosquitoes are coming out. The next thing the roaches, the rats. When you are sleeping at night, whatsoever you leave open, they are there. They are coming back to you. And today, you see strange things. You see illnesses in our communities. These are very serious concerns, like people. What our city corporation doing? What are we waiting for? Check around Painesville City. That you say, yes, I've just bought a banana and I'll consume it. I want to put a dye somewhere. Where? Go to our rural markets. That those materials will come, they have to unpack to retail them. The next thing, right at the fringe of the market, dump site. These are serious things. Garbage disposal in our country has posed a very serious problem to us. And sometimes you wonder, where are the CBEs? Where are the CBEs? Even to the extent that if you have one CBE that will be collecting dye, they get overwhelmed. The next day or the next month, you won't see them. What are we doing? We cannot sit here and allow dirt to overtake us. No. Once we are alive, we should be aware that there will be waste. How are we controlling them? How? How? Now communities are complaining, especially the Borough area. They are now calling on the authorities and the city corporation to come to their aid. Is it that there aren't much information, much education that Liberians will see they need? Because all you see nowadays is that everybody will put a bag by their kitchen, put a waste there. When they observe that it's getting much larger, all it does is that they look for the Zogo, the less fortunate young person in the community. Please get it out. And more often, they take it from where it is and they place it at somebody's in the backyard, at somebody's on the window. And as soon as they never see one bag of dye there and nothing is done about it, as soon as it gets dark, they bring theirs. Or the very people to give it to, they bring it and put it there. Why are we treating ourselves like this? You see some communities where it was a perfect footpath. Folks no longer pass there because they are trying to be on the dump site. And it grew unknowingly to the community. We sit there and see it growing. We know it is a responsibility of the municipality, but what are our responsibilities? And sometimes I was saying to some folks, I said, why is it that we are, you will see someone who want to get involved in the business, who want to buy a truck, to get into the same business, the cross-rack business, the dirt, and all that. What's about the waste collection? How many Liberians are thinking to invest in those areas? And nobody even thinking that there are recycles, materials in those things, in the waste, that can be reused, that can be transformed. Other countries are making millions for recycled waste. Some of the materials we're even using today that you value are for recycled materials, are for waste, when they are sorted out properly. Those garbage collected are indeed in another form turned around to become benefit for the very people. Why are we not seeing that direction? Nobody's seeing that. I really hope that there will be a day that some Liberians will see and say, let's invest in this area. Like one person will want to buy a keke or a tricycle to say I want to do the transport means. I want to see the day where someone will say I'm buying fleets of tricycle for waste collections. You may see it from the beginning as being nothing. So for the other parts, the plastic waste, they are using it for floaters. They are making bricks that is being used in the yard. They are transforming those things into something else. They are going all out to get plastic waste, to turn it into something else usable. But all we see is that we only produce a waste, and the next thing is we don't want to see it around us. And unknowingly, we see it coming back to us. Because once the waste are produced, it brings a lot. The rats, the roaches, the insects, and these things feed on those things, and they come back to us. They not come out all for nothing. They bring in their own. As we are producing the waste and thinking that we're taking it from in the house, putting it outside, they do feed on them and bring something from there in our houses. Just tell me, put a spoon in a bowl of soup and don't do nothing with it. Just as you are going to bed, put it down on the kitchen cabinet or put it somewhere on the table. You will wake up next morning and see that thing as it was washed. Those officers at night will clean it for you. And more often, our kids, when they come to see from the physical eye, this is not clean, they feel it's safe. The next is they have to take a weapon on their clothes, they start to use it. Oh, I don't know how my child getting sick. I don't know. Health is wealth. We have to prioritize our health, because if we are putting more emphasis on cleanliness, there are some things we go to the hospital for. We won't be going there. I'm not saying that you don't go to the hospital. Don't get me wrong. Because even in politics, you have to be strong to preach in politics. You will not be lying down in the hospital with drip on you and thinking that you'll be preaching politics outside. No. You as a teacher would not be lying down somewhere feeling furious, you can't move, thinking that you've been in the classroom teaching. Even the students, the doctors, even the doctors themselves. Why we put more emphasis on this person is corrupt, this person is corrupt, this is a role. Are we also placing emphasis on our health needs? You will see fences painted nicely, but outside is a dump site. You will enter homes very clean, neat. Outside is a garbage can, one that have been abandoned and forgotten about. All you do is throw the dirty there. And when those things get rotten, those perishable ones, and those ones that cannot get at that level, they are there. Liberians, we need to. Where are the CPEs? Our city corporations educating our folks about these things? It is so much appalling that you go in Central Monrovia, you see dirt. You go in our communities, you go to marketplaces, all you see is dirt. You spend all your time to sell, make the profit, but you don't care about the dirt you make. The market authority goes there, they collect the money, you make the dirt, all they want to do is just sweep it and push it right by you. That's all it does. You make the thousands of dollars, you make $100, you spend $1,000 on your health. Because we are not concerned. We are not concerned. And the PNC Corporation have been accused of neglecting garbage disposal in communities, into neighborhoods. And these things are overflowing. It becomes a health risk. And I'm also saying why it is also a dual process that one would say is the responsibility of the city corporation. You too, as citizens, have a responsibility. I wonder how, because you go in the villages, the town chief, the clan chief, paramount chief, quarter chiefs, and I like they have come to Mosolo, I mean not Mosolo, but they have come to the city cycle. In cities now, you see communities, you have blocks. They are block leaders. Where is the strategy that comes with that self ownership? That you see, they will say, oh, today the announcement will go around the town choir that the young people will be cleaning the drinking water roll, or where we go wash the clothes, where people take bath. And you go in the village, you see the areas are clean. Please dispose your dirt properly. Where is it in the city cycle? Before you see young people wake up in the communities. But it is so sad that everything has been politicized that the only time you see one man come to galvanize the young people is during political seasons with some level of interest. They come with PPEs, with safety jackets, with showers, with wheelbarrows, with the whippers, and say, yeah, let's clean today because of interest. And yeah, friends of this person, friends of this person. It becomes a publicized event. And after the quest of that, after photos are now being taken, a nice article is being produced, that's the end. The person goes and they flood around with that. That's all they want. What's about the communities? Where are the leaders? Oh, my people, we need to do this. We are overlooking this thing that we have allowed garbage is now covering certain part of our community. Let's begin to control this thing. And mind you, the plastic you see, you overlook them today. With the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, 50 years, you will still be greeted with them. The perishable ones that you are throwing, wasting, you thinking that it's gone, the ratings are feeding on them. They are coming back to you. And this time, somebody said to me, Nathaniel, you won't believe it. No matter how you close the bowl, the rats are so much educated this time around that they will use their hands, open the bowl, take what they want from inside, and they won't even go on that front and hind legs. They will go on the hind legs and hold the material with their hands, and they will go with it. That's how educated they are. We are overlooking stockpile of garbage in our communities and affecting us, Liberians. I thought of bringing this to you. Let's talk about this. We all have a responsibility. The municipalities have a responsibility. Government has a responsibility. We too, as citizens, have responsibilities. But we have all reneged on these things, and all is that we go to. You were even here. I'll open the lines. Somebody will call and tell me that Joseph Baka made it there in the community. And I'm prepared for those folks. Because when you work for your money, you win in the market, you say you want to eat a better butter or ghee, or you want to eat your palm butter with the how do you call the thing inside? The root, the tabadu, you want to eat your beans, whatsoever, that the waste of whatever you have produced, that you just you put it on. This is very serious, Liberians. It's important. We have to wake up. The health need of our family is important. Where are you putting your waste? Where? Don't fool yourself that I'm digging a hole that I'll put it inside. I will burn it. No, you're not helping yourself. This is the reason why city corporations are created with waste management. That this should be controlled. That when these wastes are produced, it should be taken far away from you. That you are able to breathe clean air. That your children will play. Rashes will not come on our skin. Sometimes you wonder why the itches, the rashes are on your children. But you forget to know that there are dump sites close by. It rain, the water from those areas flood in the community, in the yard. And as soon as the rain stops, everything drained, the remnant from the dump site remain right on the ground, and your kids are outside playing with them. This is where we are. I'll stop there and open the lines to take a few calls, and I have some issues to talk about, especially with this issue of allegations that come up, the GSC with the LRA, of which the Commission General has denied, and we're also hearing again that another rush spending there at the Ministry of Commerce. It's important that this is be with this Morovia Industrial Park issue, and we are barely the close of the year, and we're hearing that Minister Natl Sherry Dagosa is seeking approval to nearly 500,000 in expenditures for the industrial park area. Why are we going? Are we cognizant of how we spend our money? Is this a part of board resolution? Are the members of the MPR Interagency Advisory Board aware of this? Is it a clever attempt to just find our money somewhere to dish it out? We'll talk about that. But let's talk about this waste collection thing and how we can help out. Because number one, I would hear calls that in your community they have died. It's overwhelmed in your environment. Yesterday you saw one plastic bed somewhere, the next day to two, you left your eye off it. Today I've turned to become a dump site. What are we doing? We all have a responsibility. This morning, let me say good morning to you. Let's take a few calls on this. Then we'll go to our next talking point this morning. Let me say welcome to all of you about the issue. Health is wealth. Let us not put this aside everything. We have a responsibility. As we are calling on others with a responsibility, each and every one of us have a responsibility. Let us recognize that and know that we have a responsibility and let us work upon it. Let me talk to my first caller this morning. 0775-919-919, 0880-919-919 are the numbers to be a part of this morning conversation. Let's talk about ourselves this morning. Let's look at our surrounding. We should not work with neglect. Let's know that we should be responsible citizens and that we should move with urgency. Our carelessness, our reneging spirit have led us to lose a lot of our folks because they got sick and we don't know what kind of sickness they had, and they went to the hospital and never came back. Today we are sitting regretting. We don't even know where to start from. How? That there's someone running somewhere that caught my brother, my sister, my relative that they don't know around. What happened? What did that did with my relative? This morning headed here. You won't tell me that rushing or they rushed him on the person today that they went to the hospital and never came back? You won't tell me that they say caught this person that they were there? What happened? We need to check ourselves and know that a lot of these things that are happening, knowingly or unknowingly, we may just be a contributing factor towards them. Because we overlook, we downplay every other thing. And our authorities are sitting there and watching us and watching it happen. Sometimes there are monies. Our partners give monies for these to enhance these projects. Why is the corporations not collaborating with the community to find destination place or to place dustbin for residents to dispose garbages? Why? Why up to now, at major points, we are not having garbage collections, dustbins? We know that the community will produce dye. We know that the dye has to be taken away. What are we doing? Whatever are we applying? Zero 775-919-919, 0880-919-919 are the numbers to be a part of the conversations. We have to be sincere toward ourselves in this country. This blame shipping, we have to look at it. It's important. Let me say thank you for joining us this morning and welcome. Let's talk about this. Communities are overwhelmed, and today all ears or eyes are toward the city corporations. Monrovia, Painesville, Johnsonville, Bartonsville, Gardnersville, townships, their eyes are towards them. Why? But all we hear today is politics, 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 politics. We have to speak to issues for ourselves. Let me say welcome to all of you. I want to take this break here. And it's important for us. Good morning.
Right back to Parliament now. I am being told that the leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters, Julius Malema, is now responding to the President's budget debate speech.
I'm rising on rule number 84. Honorable Stilo Julius Malema is continually not using the proper address to the honorable members. Can we just withdraw from there? Thank you.
Okay, honorable member Malema, we have said so. Please stick to the rules. So our people must continue to occupy land. This land belongs to us. And if the ANC wants to kill our people for rightfully claiming the land, let the ANC do so. You have done it in Marikana. Do it with the people who are seeking their own land. It is their land. They require nobody's permission to occupy this land. Mr. President, you launched the YES program, Youth in...
Okay, let me talk to this person here. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. How are you doing today?
You're welcome.
Thank you. This is for some Moses, and I'm joining this conversation from my family, which is training my face. You know, the issue of getting a zero, we have become beautiful, it's correct. You know, if it just comes around, it's going to go too much regular school. You drive there with it. And also, we're using our platform to see how to make all that stuff. I think it was last week, I think I met the people, and they are better that I get it with them. And money now is somewhere business after school. And I think I still encourage this for people are started to talk from there.
Yeah, it's a community. Someone just text to me that when it rains, that's the time neighbors can use to throw away their garbage. They can put it in the water so that you take it down to the next family or the next neighbor, wherever you get started up at our business. Put it down in the water and let it carry. Okay, Moses, good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Nat. This is your regular caller, Paul Chairman. Only this morning, we're in a weekend. Look, all the facility points you have said is just correct. It's just correct, and that God will bless people, you and Weedy. Are they even here Weedy today? What happened?
Yeah, we're here around. We're gonna on a function this morning.
Okay, please, I want weekend number because he's trying to work on a process for me because I'm in a weekend. I'm going to accident. They're putting down the only one that survived. That's why I'm always calling on the program here.
Okay.
So if you try to connect me with one representative, but I beg you, please give me his number. He told me he was coming to give me the number.
Okay. We'll get to you.
God bless you in Jesus' name.
Okay. Amen. Let me talk to another caller. Thank you. Good morning. Imagine, like the person is texting me that when it rains, where the water flows, they put a dike. They put a dike in the water, so you go. Where? Then you look when the waterway gets clogged, the water comes back in the community. Yeah, go ahead.
So I have a video in my phone concerning the drainage laboratory. There's a lady with rainfall at that morning, and I know the water was overflowing. But she kept dumping her whole house dirt.
Yeah.
On her son, they dumping and videotaping. I'm talking, but I wasn't hearing me. I still have it in my phone. So these are things that people do around here that get the storm stuck, the waterway stuck, and water enters in people's homes.
And when you bring the issue up today, they will say that she's a bugger. That she's a bugger, but the action is affecting other people.
It is ourselves. It is ourselves. Because we don't know how to even control our own waste. People are passing around collecting garbage to carry. A bag, maybe a month is $10, or maybe depends on how many waste you put down. Maybe it will be $5 or $1,000. And then you see your meter, you're pouring in your mouth. Why can't you do that thing? So we shouldn't lay on government. This is not any government issue. It is ourselves. We the citizens. We are the cause of the problem. Giving that to Zopro to go and throw it away. Come and speak right behind the Akesa school here. Right behind Akesa school, the people come and just put it down in class. They're looking at fun little guy and say bag or something. They put get looking nice, and they can't even let go.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Sam Testimony Adrian. I do call you from Chesterton. Thank you for your talking point. You know, the CCC and that of the Monrovia City Corporation had to be held liable for the many deaths that are related within the country today. Let me clear. CCC, yeah, it is the way we live. They are actively generating funds, most especially when it comes to exploiting people to get money for themselves. We know that most of these schools in Riyadh and in the Phoenix area, they are paying money for garage every month. They are paying money, and then CCC people, they are not going there to pick up the garage. Just take upon your time one day, you just get to Riyadh, you will see that the CCC has empowered the store owners then with this big power. They went there, they demanded them to pay for it. So they extent that some of the stores are not even using that power business. They prefer using their small barriers and what have you to carry that. Because even when they put there, how will they go for lava and climb on that big barrel to carry the gas, or go for barrel there around to carry the gas? So at the extent, some of them, the same CCD carry that barrel gas, see that people are stores, they're not even making use all of it. And those of the people that are within red light, and for any reason you destinate somewhere for the people to pour their garage, it is your responsibility to be there each time and pick up that garage. But instead, you follow that garage to be followed there, year in, year out. And you not expect the people to take the dirt on the street and carry it to their various pockets. All of the country around the world that you see that is very clean today, there are people, their government can clean the city every blessing day. You don't expect yourself to come one day to make news and just treat one small death. You put yourself on Facebook, you say clean the city. Then after today, tomorrow now, people follow them, you can go there to pick all the death. So the dice are, in conclusion, the dice are on the street today. It is as the result of the PCE and that of the the Monrovia State Corporation. So in conclusion, unfortunately, our same testimony that will hold the president of this nation responsible, because the president is the one that appoints all of these people, and the work in the way and pleasure of the president.
Okay, thank you. Let's allow others to make their point. Good morning.
Yeah, now good morning.
You're welcome, sir.
My name is Ishmael Kamara, and I call you from Plainsville this morning.
Ishmael.
You know, the issue about the waste control is the key issue to discuss. In my mind, the way they do it is to people from the government angle to take up greater responsibility to ensure that these things.
There are people already designated in areas to take the responsibility of enhancing the livelihood of our citizens in the country.
So the thing is, we have to solve problems sometimes just solve it once and for all. And this is one of the problems that I think we need to solve once and for all. But the way to do it, I think we have to be strategic in solving some of these problems. And let me tell you this now, even the people in the media circle, you guys are in the media circle, people have to be strategic in giving out the message out there so that government people, those that are there responsible to act, can be able to get your points and be able to make use of their points. So the thing I want to say this morning is that the way to succeed in a particular area of waste control has to start with amendment of laws. Because I know there are some existing laws also, but I think we should be able to amend some of those laws that are already in existence. How do we go about doing this? We should show that those laws are going to be passed can be able to ensure that a house or houses in our country can be able to comply to payment per year.
Ishmael, are you also saying that there aren't laws already on the book for those things? Because even I followed recently, the Monrovia City Corporation City Mayor is saying by the 15th of December, before the 15th, all houses on the front view of the road should be painted. So are you saying are there now laws already on the book?
So there may be some law now, but the thing is, those laws that are there, are they really being implemented? So if they are not being implemented,
let's be talking about the implementation of those laws instead of denying the fact they don't exist. There are laws, but these laws have not been implemented.
Another good one. So another thing that I think we should be able to do now, before I can leave the line for others, the agricultural sector can create a lot of jobs.
Yes!
Now, a lot of jobs. Look in my community where I live, we don't have a dump site into my house. So we just waste the debt somewhere around the community there, and our landlords are complaining about the particular thing. But then we don't have people coming around to collect those garbage in the burial community, deep in the community. I'm not talking about the main road. So if there are people that are responsible to go around to burial homes by block, now government will be able to say, okay, those community-based enterprises are going to take a loan without interest, and that they can be able to be in power, and that those people can be sustained by funds coming from government angle, and that they can be able to create employment for other people. Every month they can get a stock, they can get tractor, can go around, small can go around, and collect those garbage in a different community. They will just say, okay, you build one particular region. Okay, most rather is divided on 4 or 5 different regions. You are some other region. So that government can be able to relate to those people, those community-based enterprises, and that they can be able to do their work, and that the government will be able to say, okay, this is our share, this is your share. But they should be strategic in playing the thing.
Okay.
If you cannot play it well, you will not be able to achieve anything. And we have this thing as part of the government agenda. It's a very key thing that the government should be able to be creative and working to what kind of a
Okay, Ishmael. And I'm taking a back because before even these people, when they are appointed to be confirmed, they will come to plans. Good afternoon. Good morning.
Good morning, Natl, and good morning to Wiki.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, thank you. Me to size from around the Israel complex on what I'm about. You know, when it comes to the garbage issues, but some say thanks to the federal mayor, they are trying their best, but some of these things, like you guys saying, the law are on the books, they need to be implemented fully so that we can get an impact. Because some of these things, some of us have problems. How can you say that you build a so-called put in the bill on the road, my brother? Right? Then the floods and all the disease come from there, they come right back to us. They will say, government, if I don't ask what they can do. When we drink water, we drop the plastic on the shoes, say that government road, they pay people to do their work. Who get affected by this? So those laws are on the book, but our rural cities, under the municipal government, that is the aid, it is very active so that sanitations so that the garbage management can be more effective. Like someone just saying, we got various communities. All these areas, all in the PW, all in the buildings. Wow, you don't think we can look at authorities in the drug district. We try to create those people. We make programs where we can say, my man, as a right number 10, we want you to be one of the biggest corporations or government to enhance sanitation in the community. Because you live there, you know the terrain. So that we can sit and put the place together and see how best we can enhance sanitation together. Because sanitation is something that drug issue is all about the business. We need to work as team. Because half the nation is a half the people. What's the sanitation? Somebody don't need to look at it.
Okay.
Because as I speak to you now, right here, go down on my Joshua, I'm Mr. Kool. That is done. They have been about 1 3 4 months.
And there, it comes there by itself, nah? We don't want to produce it. Good morning.
Good morning, big brother Natl.
Yeah.
I think we stupid here. I want to you want to threaten me when you talk with real letter. La letter not see for. La letter not see for. You real letter. You get your tongue chief just said that. You call him tongue here settle before tongue. That one I can get tongue the point the river can you.
You know the issue of waste within our country. Thank God you brought it on a radio. You know the issue of waste within our country is everybody concerned. Almost like a fight against drugs, because the waste, like the EPA always telling us that the waste will create, environmental hazard for people. And then when it creates environmental hazard, we experience sicknesses. And once we experience those sicknesses, we find out that citizens will try to blame the government. And Labrador is not that kind of a developing country that you see, community road are paved and that street. No. So that's why through the government, through it, the PCC or the MCC, they found a strategic area that dump, the garbage can a place there that we can go and dump our garbages. So with us now, being sincere within ourselves, leaving that and wanting to burn that we all know that it will cause environmental hazard, all because we want to share blame on government and want to discourage or abusing myself or every citizen of Liberia, that we the citizens, we should firstly take that initiative of carrying the garbages to leave their garbage.
Yeah, but number one, my brother number one, we will not find the dogs or the goat or the cows to come and arrange the process. It will be the various citizens who will have interest in the thing that will find a means to look in that line. So why are we not looking in the line?
That's
one of the callers said, die in the community, Mongolo to you want as president. Hell no.
That's the same thing I'm talking. The issue of there, it is not about government. And we should have schooled the president, the president believe die in the community. The president will put there in the community. This president is a God sent, he's a God sent.
Okay. Let's talk to others. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, go ahead, Kip.
Yeah, thank you. Now, this is control from the level. So now, one of the way to clean our city, the waste management. Now, the government had to find a company that will come and recycle paper, plastic, recycle company. In a way, you can't people clean the food there, you get more money. So the plastics that waste on the street, that if they get recycling to recycle the plastic bag, let's say the old continent, they recycle company for it. Who throw away? That money, you want money, but there's no money for that. In other country, they get recycling company. So people keep it there, come there, and go to recycle money. They don't know, but in Labrador, everything they get wasted in the street because there's no money for it. So one of the best way you come and waste money. One of them made outside it. So I want to consider. Thank you for the time.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning. Okay, don't hold the lines. And we just jokingly and probably knowingly or unknowingly say these things. We are the one producing this. Are we not concerned? Are we not concerned? Good morning.
Good morning, brother. How are you?
Yeah, go ahead, live.
Okay, I'm Prince Too. Thank you for bringing this on the show today. But I want to further raise attention with PCC. When you check in red light opposite Pretty Chapel, the whole place has filled up with them. All the PCC can take in from town and around here, they can dump a red light. And the people from our community are complaining to them. And they are still dumping them. Can you imagine that? Even that people live there living well, they stop drinking from the well now. The community have called and talked to them, marched to the office to see how they can save that debt on there. But it's still there. My brother, I will take, I don't know, but one day I want to take you there so you can see yourself. The place is very bad. People have got the management of PCC. So tell them that there, your place from the PCC is an alley. So they have to put there. They then have brought the whole community of brother. So I don't want this extension. Thank you for bringing this up.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, our Wiki Bros, and good morning to your co-host. Yeah, I'm passing to my. Yeah, I've done a disco for one of the canopy of the
Let's go ahead, go to the point. All those things he's saying, I know the essence of the conversation.
You got thank you very much for the talking point. On the issue of the debris or the death, the suffer of death on our principal street or in the rural community, I think it's something that is conflicting. It requires the consent of all well-meaning as well, because death brings a lot of diseases, bring farmers diseases in the country. So, I think we have especially responsible to take care of the issue of death and the PCC and the NCC. Even though they are there feeling overtime, but they are selling instead of low potential constraints. But we are also concerned about how dedicated they are when it comes to individual land, money they're collecting, to pay us to use all
Okay, thank you. Your background getting very noisy. Let's talk to others this morning. And these are all the important things. Some of us, we are the contributing factor of our children getting sick. We don't know. But we're shifting the blame. Yes. The kind of materials we deal with. Why are our librarians not getting so innovative? Everybody just want to dress low clean, but they're not looking at the ways they created. To the extent that nobody cares. One man or one woman or one child or one young boy want to eat. Children want to excrete. They just go somewhere in the community. They will say somewhere and move on there. They leave it there, they go. That's all they care about. They have a country here. How we live a donkey life. Even some of the portions that they have covered in our communities, we got even made us a recreation center because nobody living there. But today you're going to say, oh, my land, but they dump out there. It creating help, a serious health hazard in the community. You see, everybody at PCC, don't we have a responsibility as citizens, as residents of the community? Don't we have a responsibility? So because I get my land, I will see somebody got that land, they use their land to make a waste, knowing that I will be affected tomorrow. So I said, my business. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bad.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Nelson.
Thank you very much. Well, Mr. Bad, let me say this morning. We are very wicked in this country. You just imagine, like in my community that I live, we have a hand pump that was donated to somebody. That hand pump got damaged. They used to go at night and take back in the night. Group of men taking back under the hand pump completely using something. Yeah. We are wicked. Then when the thing happens, they are talking about the leaders, Jeremiah Kool and Joseph Morgan they can't clean their places. You know, like in your community with 7 days, they don't want to do it. In the night, the way they can't waste, they take their water and garbage and can't waste it into another people community. That's what they're doing. When you clean your plate night, 10 in the morning, there's somebody passing with plastic bag in the night, you just leave it there. Yeah? So, you know, the PVC have to put your phone and they empty it. I mean, there will be some kind of issue, like they will find people and make sure internet government, people at Sunday will monitor things. You know, but they don't do it. Everybody just put them down. They're working for you.
Yeah, they're reneging spirit, and because we are not holding people responsible, this is the reason why we are allowing a lot of people to walk away scot-free. Because what the hell, they're in the committee, are they not committee chairmen? Where are the city mayors? Where are the waste management directors of city corporations? Where are the committee chairmen? Where are the CBEs? You put all the where are the city? Then you go to Jodabaka. Because we point finger at the end, we allow a lot of people to walk away scot-free. Okay, Mr. Nelson, thank you. We see that coming from now on. We not go to the family here or the house. We leave it there, we still go to a different person. Good morning. You see, it's sad. And we have to hold people responsible. One minister will do the thing, we hold a minister, we say, oh, that's back. We say, oh, the boat here. And by the time we point at the top, that man feel a shield. And anyway, they come money. But by the time they hold him responsible for his actions, he get embarrassed. But because they leave him and point to somebody else, he feels safe. Why are we not holding our committee chairman? Why is it that this place never had downside? Today, downside come here. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Black Leader, please answer to us. Good morning.
Good morning, the sheriff. Pastor Nat, how are you?
You're welcome, my brother.
Yeah, there's government calling from the theater road. No, now when it comes to the cleanliness of the country, you cannot divorce it from the government. The government must set the pace. The government must lead and must follow. If we start to find people, we start to put in prison here just for drug business.
What will lead to finding people? If by holding people responsible for their actions.
That's it.
Yeah. When you begin to hold people by their actions, then you recommend punishment. But you think you go hold Joseph Bakabo, you say Joseph Bakabo, you won't come there in the community, you don't go hold, you punish Joseph Bakabo there in the community. Because you're the president. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Dad. How are you?
Well, by His grace, I'm doing wonderful.
Thank God you're back. Thank God you're feeling much better. Okay, my name is John Smythe, and I'm constrained to call this morning because this is something that we're discussing just the other day, and I've proposed, and we are sending a bill to the National Legislature for it to be a misdemeanor for people to throw dirt in the street, number one, or to walk around with huge garbage on their heads. You know, let me tell you something, that it's embarrassing that these people will give, people within the community will give their dirt to people to carry and throw in places where they can see are visible. Somebody will take a bag from your house and drop it to your neighbor's house. How do you feel?
Yeah.
That same person will take a bag from your neighbor's house tomorrow and drop it to your house. So CBEs and things need to be empowered. We blame the city corporation. I have a situation at my house, right at my house. A lady is putting dirt in her yard, and the dirt is more than a garbage dump. Now you can help it all, I'll show it to you. The woman to point dirt to my house. I've been to PCC repeatedly.
Then you be telling to say that my yard, putting my dirt in.
Yeah, that my yard. She can do anything.
Not knowing that you're affecting other people.
Not affecting other people. The PCC has been to her. She said, PCC said do nothing to her. So we need to know. If people will be fined $300, $400 for what they do, they will stop. We put all the countries, we don't throw dirt around. In my car, now you have with me, I have a bag in my car. Any dirt I put in that bag, when I get one, my boss said, listen, take the bag out, Victor, go throw it away.
Yeah!
This is what we need to do. I stop people asking to pick the dirt and throw out of their cars. This is the only place we have to call home. The Liberians, I'm sorry to say, we are going to be a dirty bunch, and we need to clean ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Smart. Thank you. And seriously, imagine if you are wearing your clothes you buy. You just like your clothes, you know, your suitcase. You wearing the clothes, you're not washing the clothes, you're taking the clothes back. What will happen to you? you will notice that all the clothes the guy in that suitcase or in your Ghana must go bag, all will tell you dirty clothes. Then what happen now? You will start checking for the less dirty one. You start wearing dirty clothes, you start wearing dirty clothes now. And when you start wearing the less dirty ones and leaving the ones that are more dirtier, you will notice now that when the less dirty one get finished, you will start wearing the dirty ones. The everyone should be dirty. You see that? You see? This is just how Liberians are. If you throw the dye outside, you go to bed, you wake up, you have to clean the dye. But if you find a means to dispose the dye, you go to bed, you don't have to clean. You will constantly clean. That's just an idea. Make sure that when you drink the water, don't just throw the plastic bag. Because when you throw about 50 plastic bags, when you lower around the whole yard, they play them dirty. Then you will now have the means you can go and sweep. If you don't sweep, your place get dirty. Why are we behaving like this? Why are we not seeing the need that we must clean? Not just our inside, but our outside part. This is becoming a very serious problem for Liberia. And what hurt me is that I see Liberians will say we are a religious nation. We are, some say, we're not even Christian nation here. The multiplicity of religion, Muslim people here. Ever. So it means that the Muslim people, the Christian, the Baha'i, the Shinto, the one making the place there. So they are telling people. And they say, show me your friend, I'll tell you who you are. Who really making the diner? Who? Because we see everybody living in the community, we are having the one who see die. Who making it die? Who? Eh? Why are we inviting always curse, poverty, backwardness to ourselves? But we are quick to recognize clean people or clean cities across the African continent. Go to the people airport, they smell a loom. You just walking, smelling the place smelling like apple, the place smelling like banana, the place smelling like pineapple, because they make it that way. For your own, pass the place you'll be holding your nose, we can't breathe. Because we make the entire environment stink to the air that we breathe. Stink. Why would we treat ourselves like this? And it's time that we begin to hold people responsible. We are letting a lot of things walk away. There is no way that we elect a president and he will do everything in this country. He has to bring people to work. And those people that come, as much we will hold the president responsible, we elected him, the people he will say he will bring to work, they are Liberians, we need to hold them responsible. Why would you bring one minister, sound man, you know, you seen, brought our credentials up, we saw him fit among the thousands, go and lead. Then we lead him, we hold somebody else. All of the men in the communities, all of the fathers, few people organizations want to become leaders. Among the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 15, 20, we take one. Then instead of holding him responsible, we leave him and hold somebody else. We need to rethink in this country. We need to rethink in this country. Somebody said, oh, because the reason why they beating the woman, but she didn't want, she know for it. Also because the woman says she want the man to be beating her, or the man says he want the woman to the man to be treated the way he treated. Eh? Is that the mentality to bring it now? Eh? Okay, thing. We had the knowledge and the ideas. And what is more absurd is that back in the days, we don't have more educated people. Why is education confusing us? We have our paramount chiefs, our clan chiefs, some of them never sat in classrooms. They never even for seminars. But when they sit and bring logic to the play, they can judge a case and come to a logical conclusion. And that case is settled. They settle land disputes. They settle border disputes. Did you want to school to learn it? No. Why we behave like this? Why? Why are we pretending to ourselves? We are the cause of our own problems because we shift blames here and there. It's time to hold people responsible for their actions. If they are insane, let carry in the psychiatric camp. We do not carry the leadership. We know that they are not. They are mentally and morally upright. That's the reason why we entrusted them to opposition, so that you answer for their actions. If you can't make it leave, we have to be serious. You put a pastor in the church, lead the church, all he does is to womanize. Then they say the man are human being. Where you go there for? He know he human being? You don't know the position he took? Eh? Why are we not being practical? The act of practicalism is not in the DNA of Liberians. Why are we fake? Why are we leading like this? Eh? Do what I say, but don't do what I do. Life is just practical. Eh? If you tell your son or daughter, in the morning, if you take him back, in the evening, you take back, they see it, they know it, they'll learn it. Because they see you doing it. Oh, play water, pour it, but I won't take back. My cool, I won't take back, I'm feeling good. My take back, I feel good. Pour water in the bucket, I want to take back. Pour it in the bucket, I want to take back. You don't take back? No, why you take back? You get me what again? You can take back. Go take back. Because they see you doing it, they see you practicalizing the aspect, they start to follow you. Life is practical. But even this Christianity thing, we relationalize everything in this country that it becomes a principal thing. It's never an issue of practicalism. You see a pastor, he goes smoke. He say, don't smoke. Why? You can't say you talking to me, not to smoke, and you smoking. What are you smoking for? What are you telling me to live it? Let's begin to practicalize the life we want. And this is the reason why we are losing grip of everything. The father living double life, the mother living double life, the child to decide to live his or own life. Then we see the children again listening on the street. Why? You started it. I'll take this break here. When I come back, we'll go to somewhere else. Issues. And now, unknowingly or knowingly, they are now beginning to move on to, I'm beginning to hold the boat. I'm beginning to hold other people responsible, because this will be a liability issue if this go on. I'm seeing them rushing or something, and they allow this happen, we will hold all of them. Let me say good morning and thanks to the president. The president has begun to shake and shift. I told you people, I read a letter, but I'll discuss this on the platform, that the mining agent, the concerning mining agent, wrote a communication to the president, and they wrote a letter. They gave me a copy of that letter. I read a letter here, and the follow-up copy was sent to the president. I said, Mr. President, when you return, please look at the letter here. At the Ministry of Mines and Energy, there's a big bombshell that are falling there. Let's begin to hold people responsible for their actions in this country. I'll come out of that, but first, I'll go to the Ministry of Commerce and see what is going on. But so please take a listen to this process here. It's important, and let's listen to this. The
President believes will help, public communicators, especially those who intend to join his communication team at the Executive Mansion, in informing the public what he's doing and the activities and actions he's taking, and most importantly in gauging the views of the public, the Liberian people, the people he serves on a daily basis. As I mentioned earlier, the president also did visit Margibi today to commemorate the 80th anniversary of the United Nations. And as you know, the United Nations was established in long ago, 80 years ago, basically, and Liberia being a founding member of the United Nations. And today, the people, the citizens of Margibi, received a president who delivered the keynote message. In that message, the president did again recommit his government's role in calling for a united front for global challenges and global issues, and standing firm with the collective voice of the African community, the Common Africa position, as well as talking about the need of a stronger United Nations and the solidarity that Liberia brings. And Liberia also was, as you all know, elected as a member of the United Nations non-permanent seat. And in 2026, next year, Liberia will be taking her role or taking her place. So this celebration also marks the recognition of that effort. In fact, Liberia in this program was recognized, was giving a certificate by the resident coordinator of the United Nations, representing the Secretary General of the United Nations, Honorable Antonio Guterres. And the president was excited of that, and the people of Margibi being a part of that. Still in Margibi, the president did tour the BWR where the program was held, the Booker Washington Institute, tour the facility to see the progress that have been made so far with the new administration under the principalship of Madam Nancy Freeman, who heads the institution, and the tour included facilitating or visiting places such as the classrooms, the automotive area, the electricity, the carpentry section, and the president is well impressed as to the progress so far. Interestingly, the roads within Calcutta that was paved by His Excellency was also looked at, and it was open, or ribbon was cut for that. And the people, the citizens of Margibi, decided to name the road the JNB Avenue UN Drive. So in honor of the United Nations and His Excellency's work, the team there decided to give that to the President and the United Nations, and that ribbon was cut. Still on the actions and activities of the President also has appointed members of the government. A new appointment include members of the judiciary. And he's appointed Councillor William G. Kippert, the judge of the traffic court of Bangasete, Bon County. Councillor Eric Molu, judge of the debt court, Lofa County. Councillor Daniel D. Dolokelen, judge of the debt court of Bon County. Anthony Colley, judge of criminal court E, Lofa County, and Councillor Rennie O. Moses, Judge of Criminal Court E, Grand Jide Counties. And these nominations are expected to go to the Senate for confirmation hearing. As part of the Constitution, these nominations will definitely require confirmation hearing by the Liberian Senate. The President hopes that the Senate will give the nomination the expedited role so that they can be confirmed where necessary to be able to continue the work or begin their work in the different jurisdictions, so that the issue of the rule of law and accountability can continue unabated. In additional news, I'm pleased to inform the Liberian people that Liberia has received Mr. Kilmer Armando Abrego Garcias on humanitarian and temporary grounds. I therefore announce that the government of Liberia is hereby announcing a decision to receive Mr. Kilmer Armando Abrego Gracias on a strictly humanitarian and temporary basis, following a formal request from the government of the United States of America. The decision was reached after extensive consultations with relevant national and international stakeholders, reflecting Liberia's enduring commitment to upholding the principles of human dignity, international solidarity, and compassion in times of distress. Liberia's actions are guided by both international humanitarian norms and its own long-standing tradition of offering refuge to those in need. As one of Africa's oldest republics, Liberia has historically extended protection and goodwill to individuals and communities needing assistance, including the African freedom fighters and democracy advocates who once found safety on the Liberian soil. In this instance, Liberia's decision hereby confirms its role as a responsible member of the international community and a country that remains committed to the humanitarian and international cooperation that anchored in law, due process, and mutual respect among nations. The government, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, will continue to engage closely with the United States Department of State to ensure that all assurances and arrangements between the two countries are fully observed. The process will be undertaken in strict coordination with competent Liberian security, immigration, and justice authorities, as well as with international partners to guarantee the highest standards of safety, transparency, and human treatment. The implementation of this decision will adhere to the following safeguards. 1. A comprehensive security screening and vetting by the relevant Liberian authorities prior to and upon arrival. Respect for due process and human rights, including access to appropriate legal and procedural protections in keeping with international obligations.
Oh, Liberia, Liberia, and Liberians. Let me say good morning again, a pleasant welcome. This is the way I wanted to be, power sweet. When you be able to handle power. I like former Senator General Councilor Seaman Serenum Seamers. The hunter has been hunted. The hunted and that has become the hunter. Oh my God! Those who are hunting the wanted, or the hunted now behind the hunter. I don't know how that is, but he said this is how it plays out now. Liberia is time to hold folks with the responsible attitude. Every time I say this, it pings a lot of folks out there, but I don't care about that, because we have to practicalize what is necessary. The soldier man, or he was a civilian, saw the need, and he said he wanted to become a soldier. And he said, this is how I wanted to be. And he's like that. And he was fall out. Because every actions of hate, there are consequences. And he must bear it sharp, with no delay, with no if or end. The president had dropped a very big bombshell, big bombshell. And when we tell people that we are not just here for nothing, when we say things, they go down and they take effect. Some of you have taken this issue lightly. Let me say thanks to the president. And I'm waiting for part 2, because FDA boss, he must go. I said the president upon his return, Ministry of Mines and Energy, he should turn his attention there. And today, Women Pay is a former minister. And what I like happening is that the Unity Party is coming to show itself. The former chairman of Unity Party, Amin Moda, was one of the shortest lived ministers in this government. He is local government. Former party chairman Women Pay is also out. Mr. President, please go to EPA, FTA. We want to shake the table there. There are a lot of useless and empty cans on the table. And what I'm telling the president to do is that before the president can do reshuffle, let him shake the table. The one I used let it fall. Then he will know who are those there, and before he get to reshuffle, because you can't be doing something here, you don't correct them, will say different place. No. They let him move. And the India moving one investigation. Let me just discuss this. I will discuss that in the afternoon program. And I'll tell you the reason why I play that music. The Ministry of Commerce, Mr. President, please turn your attention. You know, it's barely 2 months to climax this year 2025. And it's barely 2 months that the 2025 budget come to an end. But then, what is happening at the Ministry of Commerce is raising some concern. Minister Shelley Dako said, with all report we're getting, that the minister is so much in a hurry to distribute bold resolution to members of the Morovia Industrial Park. And remember, the Morovia Industrial Park Interagency Advisory Board is set up, but why are they in a hurry that there be an immediate signing of $500,000? For what reason? We'll get less than 2 months. We'll get less than 2 months, to be precise. We'll still got about a few days for October to end. So we got barely 2 months to end the 2025 budget. And before the end of this 2025 budget, we will be preparing the 2026 budget. What's happening? Why? And is this also inside or a part of the normal budget cycle? Are there documented fights? We're hearing that this $500,000 is an expenditure that is intended for infrastructure and operational costs within the park. What kind of infrastructure? What kind of operational costs? Or is this the usual Liberia scenario when the budget year comes to elapse, when money there you for you take off from the NGO, because when you don't design strategy to take the money off, when the money remain there, they will not get it, they won't give you all the exact amount again, because that means that you're not able to consume the money they gave you because you never use all. Is it a strategy? Is it a strategy? What kind of infrastructure, operational costs? And why are we seeing a rush? Why are we not seeing accountability and transparency? This is now raising questions in line with financial regulations. Is this in conformity with the PBCC? Is the Procurement and Construction Commission there for the clearance with a reference to the MRP board authorization in line with governing regulations? We want the ministry to come out clear and say this, because the PBCC made it clear that the decision should rest on the board for the fight, right? This is all getting from inside. PBCC said, since this is the case, this interagency advisory board should have a say. So it's not that we don't part of it, but we give them the authority, we give them part of the authority that it should be, because before you reach out, you should come to a concrete conclusion that should be in line. That when it comes to us, when decisions are made, it becomes holistic, in line with the law. But then now we're hearing reportedly that there are reports behind the scene of lobbying to fast track the process before too many questions are asked. 500,000 is the child's place money. Is it? We want to know. What kind of infrastructure? In my view, the Moravian Industrial Park, the way it's administered regulations, is stipulated that the board operates the budget. It should align with the national budget cycle. And you are aware, Liberians, that the budget cycle, that is the national budget cycle, runs from January to December. So the 800 million plus should run in this period. That is the reason why the executive exert all efforts that by the end of the budgetary year, they should have prepared the next year budget. So that we don't run in finding money to run the government outside of the budget. But here are we, January to December. We're now in October 2028. We are around just 2 months. Why are we wanting to, what kind of infrastructure are we going to do? What kind of operational costs? Let it be clear. We're asking the ministry. So now approving 500,000 at this stage, are we contradicting the provisions that raises procedural concerns? Or is it that we just want to spend money? Go do that next year budget coming, so that makes sure the money go. And if it is so, for what? And let me tell you something. If this thing at the Ministry of Commerce with the MRP is taken hastily, and it's true that the board need to review this matter before any decision is taken. But then if they don't, there will be a liability if they approve a resolution without reviewing key documents. Let them know this. Number one, the past audit report of the Moravian Industrial Park will now determine how previous funds were used, whether unresolved compliance issues remain, whether there are still need for issues to come up. They need to exert all of these efforts to know what the way forward is. Number two, the GSC is reportedly conducting an ongoing audit on the park. And the draft procurement plan has confirmed that the expenditure comply with the PPCC procurement and transparency standard. And we'll get it from inside that a part of that authority has been given to the board with, and you will know who the board's members are. They will tell you that when they make a decision, it becomes a concrete one. That once it's in line with best practice, the PPCC will not argue with it. Unless it's outside. And the board have the oversight power. And their budgetary timeline. Why is this hurry? Why is it a lobbying thing? Is the board concerned that there will be a liability issue under if they approve the resolution without reviewing key documents? And this is something yet. You saw what happened with the NASCAR thing. And they are all happening with institutions. At the end of the day, you see a serious collapse in procedure errors. Other documents are not found. Fights within the process that establish a particular function are not seen. But monies are expended. Then you begin to ask for what reason. Are we a wasteful country? Are we? At this stage, signing 500,000 without looking at all of these things, what happened previously, where are the do's and don'ts, where can we build on, is a problem. And especially where we are at a stage where accountability and transparency becomes the hallmark of the day. And if the board exposes itself to the serious accountability issues, the rakes audit. Can we see the numbers? Can we see the plan? Can we see the legal basis on which this move should go further? The benefits? That at this stage, in 2 months' time, we should sign $500,000 to carry infrastructure and have a cost? Now, let's come to who said on the board. And it was based upon this that the PPCC, with the authority, said, with all of these process, if we see that they can conform with the best practice, that means that we go halfway with the work already. This MRP Interagency Advisory Board was created under the ministry regulations. And there are several senior representatives from key government institutions. Listen, the Ministry of Finance, 1. The Ministry of Labor, 2. The Ministry of Public Works, 3. The Ministry of Justice, 4. The Liberia Revenue Authority, LRA, 5. The National Investment Commission, NRC, 6. The Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, 7. And there are other private sector bodies who are part. You see where the wisdom come from? You talk about the Liberia Chamber of Commerce, the Liberia Business Association. You see where the wisdom come from, that if there's a best practice in this process, with all of these, people see that if these are followed, half of the work has been done already. That's why the supervisory role is given that oversight power. It should be a budgetary timeline, because the budget of the MRP is also aligning with national budget. But now, why are we in a rush? We're getting reports that the minister reportedly now is working behind the scene. Is making sure that the board should sign without revision. We're in trouble. Why are we always in a haste to do something? Is it that there is some ulterior motives? Is it that there is some ulterior motive? And with the name of those that sit on the board, if this $500,000 is signed without reviewing the proper analysis in it, without looking at where they were and where they are and where they should go, they all will be held liable. So you see, most of the times, this comes to mind that most of our lapses that happen in this country, it become an institutional process. There's not one person can do it. It can be plenty. Yeah. Like for instance, you are having the LTBRC repatriation of our Liberians. They say we should use the refugees. They were Liberians that stayed there, though they stayed over the statutory period, but they were coming, we say returnees, right? No problem. There were money put in for. Where the board? Are you aware that the Ministry of Internal Affairs share the board, LTBRC, with other line ministries? But the department was in trouble. You see that? So you look at the Ministry of Commerce in this line that with the quest that Minister Dagosa want to have this whole entire process signed up and $500,000 to come up, we are asking. The MRP, Moro Industrial Park, what's happening? Barely 2 months. Can we know what's going on? We say expenditure, infrastructure, operational costs. What? Let us know. And before this is approved, we have to review what has happened in the past, what is current, and what step can we take further. All that I do, I stop here, I'll take a few calls all the time, and I want calls. Those who are following the conversations can make profound contribution to the program. 0775 919 919 0880 919 919. We said to the government said to us, 800 million plus will serve the government in 1 year, and will come to the point where money stays there. Institutions have not used those money, and they are rushed. And this is not just the Ministry of Commerce, so we get a report that there are several institutions that are in hurry now to have both resolutions signed without reviewing progress. Let me talk to this call here. And there's an ongoing audit from the GSC. You will hear bombshell again. Good morning. Okay. Good morning.
Thank you so much. Well, I felt citizen of Nigeria, I think we are getting all now and fair and second segment of this program. You know, there's a word I get learned from Israeli violence, from speaking whatsoever I was living. The context has become the hunter. And now, the hunter is the context. Nigerians, it just has and be our word to keep Nigeria better for the future of our children.
Oh, okay. Good morning.
Morning, you girls.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, Honorable President, I took joining you from the full Republic of Limba. Thank you for the topic on discussion this morning. Bros, I would like to tell you the president thanks because he is someone who always listen to his name. The last time y'all talking about this thing, woman pay, and now woman pay have been dismissed. So I appreciate you for being listening to citizens in this country. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, yeah. And if you are the minister and you can't listen to the program or the station, y'all load the station, y'all listen to it. Yeah, but when can be in there? Because I want you like. This is what we are Liberia. How are we managing our resources? How? Like I said to you, I told you, if you can remember, when the president was away for the National General Assembly, I said to the president, that minister will be a former minister. Today, we won't pay as a former minister. Good morning. And I will tell you the new person who has come in the position.
Good morning, Nat.
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Prophet Kamara calling from the world. Not, I want to appreciate the president's action in dismissing the landmine minister, women pay. But however, I hope the president will also give all reason for women pay dismissal and if there will be investigation or prosecution for former minister, I hope the case we met when you were appointed with the real minister in the mining sector, the mining area in our Bakobo region. I hope that case you concluded or if it
but for me, you know that they damn pay there and we won't pay the past minister all inside. Is that what you mean? Yeah? Okay, my brother. Okay, I'll take one more call, which will be my final call here. And you know, it said that the president is now putting on his jacket. That you know, we need to be serious and know that yes. Let me take my final call here. Good morning. Okay, and we say thanks to all of you. On today is important. Many thanks to all who have contributed on the program, and we say thank you always for joining us. here today. Let me just squeeze in Representative Michael Thomas for the next 1 minute here. You my final caller here.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Honorable.
I'm just going in, as running up the session. I listened to just your closing relative to the decision made by the president. Him as relieving some key government officials from their positions.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, this is consistent with the Constitution because ministers, deputy ministers, those are dedicated responsibility to work at the will and pleasure of the president. So the argument is whether or not the dismissal of those individuals are based on issues that are inimical to the functionality of the government. So if that is one of the points, and secondly, if those actions are meted against them based on reform in several sectors, especially for the mining sector.
Mm-hmm.
The mining sector has been very challenged. And Wilmot is a big brother. He comes with a good character. I have known him for some time. And the news just came up yesterday, and I know that people will dig deeper so that we can know what's obtaining.
Okay.
If it is intended to reform this sector, fine, we all will look at it and vote for it.
Okay.
Because there is need of reform. Yeah.
Okay, Honorable. Word of time. Honorable, word of time. Thank you for your contribution at this stage. We say thank you for always chipping in on the program. Thanks, Representative Michael Thomas, Anthony Michael Thomas, Ambassador Michael Thomas. Thank you for your contribution this morning. Thanks to all of you who, they're haunted. The hunter has been haunted. They're haunted now. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love that theory from former Solicitor General Councilor Sima Serena Sifas. Sakandu has been here. I'm Nathaniel. Ambassador Brooks was here this morning. Until tomorrow, have a pleasant good morning.
This government will be, I'm not saying maybe, will be the first government to take quota from Monrovia to Harper. Think about it. This